No, it's still not working. Well, that's good.
I heard you say a thing.
Yeah, the fucking stream kit overlay now has completely broken, and I can't display anybody who's talking on stream anymore.
We can all just yell our names like Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay, all right, legit. No,
hey, don't you dare.
Y'all started talking and it scared the shit out of me because I forgot I was in this channel.
No, this is not okay. This is not okay.
It has been a very long day, and I was like, I'm gonna take one of these.
Oh man. Yeah, so it sounds.
Me too, bro.
Dude.
Oof.
I feel like I gotta take a picture of myself just to like send it.
No. So I guess maybe I should get elevated too, and we can just all shit the bed together.
Yeah, there.
Alright.
I mean, we're already in these
Now we're
narratives,
talking.
So
I just wrecked like a dozen hot wings. I mean, I was
Damn
gonna
it.
play the part of Goldrick tonight, but
Yo, I got B-dubs in the kitchen. What the?
He's gone. He left.
and he's gone.
All I wanted, one of these days, it's gonna be for my birthday. I'm gonna get one session where everyone just shows up and plays the fucking game.
I don't know.
One of these days. Okay, so we are continuing to just use the music on roll 20, so you will be able to listen to all of our music there. So that's to the players, not to the listeners. I guess damn, it really bothers me that we can't see who's talking. Oh well. This is me turning off that thing. Don't worry about it. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look at me like that.
Is there a pending Discord update in the upper right hand corner?
Not that I see.
None. All right.
We'll figure it out though. I don't think it's a big deal. I think if people don't know who's talking, they'll get it by context eventually, or they won't, and this will all just be a giant shit show, and then they'll leave and never come back.
Boy.
One of those two things.
Oh god. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god. This is my actual fucking nightmare.
Listen, man, you were in that stream.
I was.
It has been a long fucking day.
Dude.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
And Milton didn't even wish me good luck today.
That's why.
Aw.
That's why it happened.
I would
That's
have wished
why.
you good luck if you were playing a game like Conan, not that fucking pile of dog shit.
Okay. Well,
You hear me?
That's
You
not very
fucking- You
not
fucking
very
hear me?
nice. That's not
You
very
hear-
nice.
You hear what I goddamn said?
Whatever. You wrote a fucking paper on turtle sex. Shut the fuck up.
Isn't that what it's called every time you do it?
Damn it, son of a.
this just in. Goldrick 2 dicks.
I'm fucking dead. I'm dead. You win.
Stop! He's already dead.
okay.
Don't worry, I got wings. Let's go.
Oh god.
Mine are already in my body.
Damn it.
Working away on it.
Working their way out. Okay.
Mango habanero coming out the plane.
It's okay. We're okay.
I blame
Everything's
Milton.
fine. Don't blame each other. This is a cooperative game. We all have fun together, okay?
I killed
One of
Goldrick.
Goldrick's
No.
turtle
Killed
dicks.
Goldrick.
What the fuck?
I killed Goldrick. He's dead.
I rise from the dead and go get a burger because he's a little hungry. He's famished.
Fuck. Okay.
I should probably build a new garage.
Yeah, you probably should.
Can I roll to help out?
No, you can't. It's now.
All right, yeah, catch us up to speed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will start by welcoming folks to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real, where we use Monster of the Week rule set to enjoy some good old-fashioned RPG fun set in a space cowboy or I guess super futuristic space bar universe at this point. To anyone new, all the old episodes are up on YouTube, but that doesn't mean you can't just hang out and enjoy the session. And then I forgot to update the rest of my intro where I talk about the one shot we ran last week, but we didn't do that last week. So I guess we'll just start with the recap. Last time you guys learned a massive amount of information. It was the single biggest lore episode that we have done, where basically the major arc of
that Volos is a bad guy.
I'm just having a couple beers.
Yeah, I can hear you fucking cracking them
Just a couple
directly into your
Just a
microphone.
couple of stream beers.
You know, some people like just listen to this, and eventually I'd like it to be a podcast. We call that fucking audio poison. Okay?
Is that what that's called? There we go.
Oh no.
I'm going to burn this episode to the ground. Burn the
Okay,
whole
so
episode.
all right, so big old lore dump.
Lore dump on my chest.
Oh boy. This is, why do I sign up for this week after week? Oh
I
my
really-
Is that
You know what?
called the Chicago traffic jam? What is he doing?
I'd really like to tell you that I do appreciate you so much.
You know how much I appreciate not having to be a DM anymore?
Freedom.
Looking at the like fucking 21 pages of notes I have for this session, I do kind of get that. Okay, so last time was a big old lore episode. Surprising to me, as soon as the session started, you guys actually started investigating Slump. You noticed how he seems to drain the ink around him, and that the ink doesn't actually go anywhere. It seems to go into him and then it vanishes, which actually breaks the laws of physics, breaks the laws of the conservation of energy or whatever. And you guys were very interested in that, and you had not dug into that very deeply before. After you discovered these unsettling kind of notes about Slump, Arinda left the group to join Tom and Betty with the calligraphers. And
Stupid bitch.
the next line of this says, it was maybe not quite the parting Jake had hoped for, as there was more than just a little name calling. That's literally the next line of my fucking recap. So
You guys are in so much trouble.
thank you for fucking driving that home real hard.
I actually really liked her as a character.
I didn't. She was a bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That's okay. That's just me trying to make important characters with meaningful connections, but fuck me, right? Who cares? Who cares?
That's right. That's right.
Poop, poop, fart, shit, garbage, explosion. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quality
it's-
content.
I guess so, right? All right.
My next love interest will be a shit golem.
There we go. Little Gotham.
Hey, I have a name.
So it was not the parting Jake had hoped for, as there was more than just a little name calling and derogatory comments. In addition to the fact that Jake felt like Arinda was making a rather large mistake. With that unpleasantness out of the way, Galdric summoned Volos. I don't know if I actually like the way I wrote that, summoned Volos, like he's a fucking Pokemon, but he kind of did. He literally just said, I choose
he's
you,
gonna-
Volos.
He's gonna be my bitch, so it might as well.
Galdric summoned Volos to make good on Volos' favor. Upon making the request to travel to Lu 2, Volos tried to tempt Galdric with an offer to restore all of his luck, magic, stats, and levels. Everything. Even to add a little bit more if he wanted. But Galdric remained firm in his decision to go see Lu 2. With that, Volos summoned a mighty weave and created a portal for the four of you to travel through. Mason, the Lake Guardian, decided not to go through with you because it was a spoopy space portal that came out of nowhere, and that seemed like way above his pay grade. So retconning, Mason's like, hey, I'll wait back here until you come back through the scary hell portal that just appeared out of nowhere. When you arrived through the portal, you found yourselves on a small asteroid in the Brillian Belt, which is an asteroid chain that orbits the twin planets of Brillin 1 and Brillin 2. You traveled through a small cave deeper into this asteroid into an unsettlingly modern, polished, chill bar. Lu 2 was there, as was his life companion, Mr. Locke, who tends the bar. You had arrived before Lu 2 had expected, so you chatted with Mr. Locke for a little bit until Lu 2 had the chamber ready for you. You entered the chamber and Lu 2 revealed a number of things. The big takeaway points were: there was once a single ink called the Prime Ink that was somehow shattered into 5 distinct colored inks: red, green, blue, gold, and white. These inks are so fractured from the Prime Ink that they do not interact at all. Lu 2 thinks that the Prime Ink needs to be rebound. It would mean an apocalypse for the separate inks, but a rebirth into the one true Prime Ink that would allow people to feel whole again, because they would be whole. Lu 2 thinks that in order to summon this rebinding, it will require the planar keys from each ink. The planar keys are beings which are capable of weaving in all of the different colored inks, and he thinks that that must hold the ability to rebind the Prime Ink. Then you actually informed
related question.
Yep.
Did we actually learn that they were all creatures? Because I thought he said that he didn't think that one of them was living.
Yeah, so one of them he said he doesn't think it's human, and one of them he said he doesn't think it's even there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, I thought one of them was that we weren't sure that it was alive. I didn't know that we didn't know that it wasn't human.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know.
Right.
He doesn't think it's human.
Yeah, got it.
I have a bunch of stuff written down for it. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Then you actually informed Lu 2 that you think Volos is a planar key because you've seen him weave white ink, and that gave Lu 2 great concern. Lu 2 knows the name of the white planar key is Kerr, which you know is the leader of the Erish Kigal. Lu 2 says your first major goal should be to find Kerr and then convince them to help you, or bring them to the chamber, or kill them and take the essence of the planar key. He doesn't know what that is, but he knows that it must exist. And with that, you guys were leaving the chamber and entering back into the bar to discuss next actions and ask any questions that you might have about the lore dump. But before we jump back into the bar, I think it's time for a ride on Ye Olde Narrative Camera. Stop that music. And I'm going to move this. Oh, that's not the right one. This is the right one. I learned that I get dizzy if I read it on that screen. So I'm going to fire up the music and then move it over. I am in him.
I liked your Umbridge throat clearing. Umbridge? That's the right name, right?
What the fuck is up?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll
Isn't
just,
it a
I'll just,
college?
no, that's cool. Yeah, let's discuss this.
Isn't that
I'll
a
just
college?
stop the music. Yeah,
Alchemy professor.
no problem. Let's get that out of our system. Well done with the Harry Potter references.
Professor Umbridge.
Imelda Staunton or whatever, right?
Yes, her name was Imelda Staunton, and we saw her in that like gypsy thing, and she was also in the wizard thing.
She sure was.
She wore a lot of pink
Sorry.
and cut up small children.
Brad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I look for in my college faculty.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's hit that narrative camera. The scene opens in a cave. The light is low, and the remnants of a shattered wooden table lie about the floor. To the side, we see 3 passages with doors blasted off their hinges. And to the other side, we see a large rock blocking a 4th passage. In the middle of the room, we see 3 figures that we recognize. We see Betty. Her flaming wings fold in and disappear, and she sheaths her sword, which also unignites. She straightens her cowboy hat and adjusts her suspenders and then stands up straight, at attention. Next to her, we see Orinda. currently wearing the cargo pants and hoodie she was left in. But then in the blink of an eye, her attire changes. Her long golden hair is neatly tucked under a private eye's hat, not unlike one that Dick Tracy might wear. She has a long, dark brown trench coat on, and under that is a neat black dress shirt and black tie. Her deep red lipstick seems to shimmer a shade brighter red, and she tips her cap. In front of these two familiar women stands the man we know as Tom. Previously, Tom the Normal, now returned as Tom the White. His shaggy hair and beard are stark white. His eyes are pupilless and crackle with lightning. The energy used to bring him back to life over and over and over is now harnessed as raw ink that brims at the surface. Tom is speaking to these two women. Although the words are unheard by us, they both nod in unison, and Tom raises a hand. He draws with his hand a series of complicated motions, and the camera shifts. Just this once, we see the ink that he is weaving. It is beautiful calligraphy, like a moving poem. As one weave finishes an image or design, it immediately begins flowing to the next one. When finally the weave materializes, we see a bright mark on Tom's face, the one you've seen before, the calligrapher's mark. And immediately after his mark lights up on his face, we see the mark light up on Betty and Orinda's faces. They exchange some more words, but it's mostly Tom talking. He's animatedly telling some sort of story. Then Orinda's eyes go wide. Her face goes pale and her jaw drops open. She interrupts Tom with some sort of information, and then Tom's face changes. It goes pale, blur. And then they both explain something to Betty, whose eyes go wide with realization. Then they all clasp arms. Betty's wings burst out from her back. There's an explosion of fire and lightning that blinds the camera. As the camera comes back into focus, we see the door to the chamber, the room where Lutu had just laid bare his plans for the future of the universe. The door opens, and the four of you exit the chamber back into the bar, where Mr. Locke is patiently waiting, cleaning a glass. There we go. Perfectly smooth transition.
I've been talking, but my mic was muted.
Good start.
Good.
Okay, so I want to make sure I heard what I just heard. So what we just watched was them outside the chamber with us, right?
No, actually, what you saw was them back in Tom's cave. So, like, you guys went through the portal. Tom and
Right.
Betty and Orinda, they stayed behind in Tom's cave. And
Okay, got
yeah,
it.
Orinda and Betty joined the calligraphers, and then they exchanged words with Tom. They all came to some sort of realization and teleported off somewhere.
You teleport rats.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to them before they left. Don't hesitate, folks. That's
I
the
wanted
lesson.
I wonder what they figured out. How dumb are we?
Say something important.
Fuck.
yeah.
I will say that part of the initiation into the calligraphers is a story into the origin of the calligraphers as a group and the origin of weaving as it's been known in our history.
So what you're saying is because we didn't do that, like I said, we should have.
Yes. Counter,
Nobody was stopping you.
counter to what Galdrick tried to get the group to do, constantly telling them they should join the calligraphers. You can go back. We've got it all. We've got fucking audio evidence of Galdrick constantly telling you guys to go back.
Yeah.
So you guys are leaving the chamber into the bar where Mr. Locke is waiting. And as you leave, very shortly after, Lutu follows you out and he takes a seat at the bar. And he kind of leans backwards and he says, Mr. Locke, if it's not too much trouble, I'd love an ale.
Of course. Anyone else? Oh, by the way, Mr. Galdrick.
Yeah.
Here's that In-N-Out burger you asked for before you went in. All right, here we go. And from the bottle or from the tap?
I kind of give him a very strange look, as if he's talking about the In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, I also look.
And
as
then I
if he was
realize
talking
it's
about
already halfway in my mouth.
From the top, it'd be great if it's not too much trouble for you.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. All right, there you go.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, Mr. Locke. Thank you.
Of course.
Now-
So,
Oh, who's
What?
that?
Take the puppy out of your mouth.
Everything all right?
I kick him.
over there,
I
Mr.
kick Slump where his nuts would be.
Slump looks at the bartender and says, "Hey, fuckface, give me a milk."
That's terrifying.
What's happening?
If you don't give me a milk, I'm gonna come over there.
I replace his battery in the back.
And I would really like a milk.
That just happened. Here's the milk. Oh,
Thanks, Mr. Man.
yeah, there you go. And we'll just pretend that never happened.
Hey, quick question. That milk looks very cold and fresh. Is that where do you guys get your? I didn't see there's not a lot of space on this asteroid. Where do you get your groceries?
We pretty much create them, and whatever we don't use, we keep in storage.
Oh, that's a handy trick.
Yeah, ink is interesting to say the least.
Hey, Mr. Doggy.
That's Slump's way of trying to combine Lou 2 and Doggy.
Ah, perfect. Yep.
Mr. Doggy.
Yeah, what's up, Mr. Slump?
Do you think that we should talk to the Mr. Curdog first? You think he's the safest one to get?
All right. Well, I was thinking about this when you were describing who you think Kerr is, and you were saying that.
Sorry, quick. I think Lou would like to look around in the red ink and see if there's anybody listening.
Yeah, you turn your glasses to red, and sure enough, at the entryway at the door, you see the hooded and cloaked figure with the long fingers kind of coming around the door, and he's poking his little cloaked head around the edge of the door. You see Volo sitting there.
Well, before we get talking about Kirby more, we got an unwanted visitor here.
Oh,
Get out of here.
well, hold on. You said that which one can he not be in?
Does Slump know that? Does Slump know that Volos isn't in the gold ink, is it?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, does Slump know that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Lou said it.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, Slump says,
Then, that's right. Better disguise my words. Gold, 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 gold. Gold, 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 gold.
What does all this look like? Did that work?
Somehow I can't understand what Slump is saying anymore. It seems like he's just saying the word gold over and over again. Gold, 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 gold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That works.
I lean over the bar and I go, "Do you have any goldfish crackers?"
He brings up a bowl to Galdrick's level. There you go.
Thanks. I walk it over to Slump. Gold?
Gold, gold, gold. Slump
Gold.
thinks that Mr. Volos can suck his gold. Shove it right up your gold, Volos.
Yeah.
Give us some privacy. Get out of here.
I'm just listening. Come on, we don't have any secrets between us, Lou. I can let you know. Come on.
Nope. Non-negotiable, bud.
Jake just takes a big old spoonful of peanut butter martini and then sort of like waves the spoon at Volos.
Gross.
All right, fine, but I'll be asking questions when you get back, and you guys better be good friends. I brought you here on good faith.
Of course.
All right. Have a nice time with Lou and Locke.
Bye-bye.
I love you.
Well,
Love you too. Say hi to Kerr for me.
Kirby. He's talking about Kirby.
Okay, yeah, and you do see Volos leave, and like he kind of pretends to leave at first until
Like to walk away slowly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We
That
can help
awkward
you.
backup.
Yeah. You open the door and he's
I'm
like,
gonna go now. Yep,
Exactly.
back here.
He's got a glass made of red ink out to the door.
yeah, exactly. He's
No.
he's got like a stethoscope pressed to the door. But yeah, no. Then you check and he's for sure gone the second time.
Okay, go ahead, guys. I think we're good.
Good looking out, Lou. That was a good idea. So here's what I'm thinking. When you mentioned that Kerr was the leader of this Irish Kigal, well, I've seen the Irish Kigal, and they're not to be trifled with. They're a pretty significant force out in the universe. So I think Kerr, we need Kerr. Absolutely, we need Kerr or their essence here in the chamber. But I think that's a tall order right now. And I think the first task you should set about doing, stopping whatever apocalypse the spice is going to cause. I do think that the spice is going to cause some sort of an apocalypse. And, I mean...
Well, we got it now. We got the spicy now.
Oh.
Oh, there's so much more, though.
Yeah, you see...
What?
There's a lot more spice. That's a good fair pack right there. That could probably wipe out a planet or something, but I think there's a lot more where that came from. I think the story of the spice is only getting started. And I think you need to prevent that, because if there's an apocalypse caused by this star spice, then there's no real point in getting Kerr now, is there? No, there isn't.
I mean,
So wait. Oh God, sorry. I'm really high right now. So are you saying that? Wait, never mind.
no, I have a question, but I thought that Kerr was the elemental planar elemental for this ink. Because we're in the white ink.
Yeah, but it sounds, to correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, too, but I think it sounds like you're saying this spice apocalypse is an entirely other, like Kerr is working towards their own apocalypse, but the spice is an entirely other thing, so there's a multiple apocalypses.
I don't even know
That
that.
was Slump's question.
I don't even know if Kerr's working on an apocalypse, really. I'm not really sure what Kerr's doing. I've seen the Irish Kigal, and they're driven
Well,
by power, but I've never heard of them causing an apocalypse.
Is it possible that we need the elemental the elemental guy, the elemental fucking dog to stop the apocalypse in that ink? Like when we need the
They're
blue,
called planar keys. They're called planar
whatever.
keys.
Listen, fuckhead. Slump is talking, all right?
All right,
You wait
yep.
till the grown-ups.
Yes, you got it, Mr. Slump, of course.
You wait until the fucking grown-ups are
Absolutely.
talking before you say anything.
I'll just shut up right now.
Good.
Go ahead
Now,
and finish.
listen.
Yep.
Okay, now, wouldn't you need the blue
Planar keys.
elemental?
They're called planar keys. Just told you. Told you.
You
got it.
fucking interrupt.
You got it. You got it there, Slump. I'm just saying.
Wouldn't the elemental airplane
Yeah.
for that element be needed? You know, wouldn't you need the blue doggy to get the blue? Wouldn't
Yeah. No, you're doing a great job, Slump. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing such a good job.
What do you need?
You've
The
almost
blue
got it.
dog to stop the blue planet. What do you need that? You fucking dick.
It's so good. You've done such a good job, Slump. You listen.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I'm trying to say you
Shut
did.
the fuck up. This is, you know what? Never fucking mind. Mr. Lucy.
Touch my eyes.
God damn it. I'm fucking drowning right now. All right. Okay. Fuck off.
All right, no, you did good, Mr. Slump. You really got most of it. You got most of it. Almost right. All right.
Fuck.
All right. Hold on.
How did this even fucking start? Did you tell him to shut up?
Dude, I don't know where I am right now. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Slump. Now, if I understand your question, you're asking if we need the blue ink to deal with the spice? Because
That
I
sounds
just
like a great question. That's a great question.
I don't think that question makes much sense to me, Mr. Slump.
Okay, Slump is saying in another ink. Let's say we went to the green ink.
Yeah.
It would seem like a logical assumption that we would need the green elemental airplane to defeat the green apocalypse. So here, wouldn't we need the white elemental airplane to defeat the white apocalypse? And isn't the white apocalypse the spice?
Oh, that's a good point.
You say that we should be careful with Kirby because the Erish Kagal are bad people. Well, but worse than dying from demon spice? More imminent than dying from demon spice? If it's not more imminent, then shouldn't we just try to get to Kerr?
Well, I'm
Baldric
thinking.
passes out.
The way I see it is with what's been going on around you down there on Cowhearth, I'm thinking this spice apocalypse, if you will, is
No, I won't.
no. All right,
No.
spice apocalypse
No.
then. Spice
Oh,
apocalypse
God. All right.
is
Blockalypse.
the what?
Spocalypse.
Okay,
The Spocalypse.
Spocalypse.
Yes.
Spocalypse. Yes. Well,
Yep.
the Spocalypse seems like it's coming real quick. Like it looks like the time it would take you to find Kerr and convince them to help would be too long. I think. I mean, unless you've got some sort of a surefire plan right now, I think it would take so long to convince Kerr to come that I think the Spocalypse would already happen.
Do you think there's
You'd be
anything from the
surprised.
spice situation that could help us with Kerr?
I mean, it's possible. So Slump here is like a black hole for white ink, and
Right.
that seems incredibly dangerous. And if that's allowed to run rampant, I think that would overwhelm even the power of Kerr. Even a planar key wouldn't be able to stop that. So I think you have to deal with whatever's the way it's being used. I don't think they know what they're playing with the spice. I don't think they know. They're not using it in a way that would suggest that they're trying to bring about the end of the universe. But if it's allowed to continue like it's going, it'll be a problem that not even the planar key could handle.
I mean, this might be coming out of left field. What are the chances that they just don't know? Like, what if Erish Kagal are doing all their shit, and all this spice thing's just not even connected? Like, is that? I don't know.
I mean, it's saying
I just take another bite of peanut butter.
that,
I want Slump to
that-
peek his head out of the door and say,
Hey, Mr. Locke,
Yes.
with no other explanation,
what do you think is more important between an elemental airplane or some spice?
With the information, spice.
Okay, thanks.
slams door, and he opens it again and says,
That's not the right answer, so fuck you, but okay.
then slams the door again.
I think if this spice thing gets too much farther out of hand, No plane or key is going to be able to help. I think you got to stop the spocalypse before it gets too far.
Apocalypse.
Are we really married to Spocalypse?
Well, it sounded like there was a bit of a
growing on
vote.
Slump. It's growing on Slump. Slump is starting to like it.
There was a bit of an unofficial vote.
Well, Mr. Duty.
Hey.
What? Not you,
I
Mr.
think he's
Tata.
talking to me. He's just
Yeah, Mr. Duty.
Oh.
there's a lot
right.
of words in there that he's kind of mushed all together into a word that has nothing to do with anything.
Mr. Doodoo.
Yes, it's actually
With
worse
you.
now.
With
It's even worse than it's a worse name that you've come up with now.
your big smart brain.
Yeah. What a
Um,
nice thing to say, yes?
Shut your fucking stupid mouth.
Okay. Shut my mouth. Go ahead and say the thing you're looking to say, Slump.
Shut your fucking mouth and answer me.
You got it, Slump.
Uh,
What do you just
well,
is
well,
it about the blue ink again?
Shut your fucking trap.
All right.
You listen here.
Listening.
How do you think we could go and even find out how to stop it then? We don't know everyone that sells Star Spice.
You gotta eat it.
Oh, Slump's
We
gotta
did
eat it
that. I
all.
don't think we should eat anymore.
I'm pretty
Slump
sure
could
you
just eat
should.
it all.
All right. Well, if you find it all, then I guess you could eat it, and that might be one solution. But I mean, from from all the things that you told me, because you definitely told me everything you've ever done, it
Right.
sounds like you might be coming up on the source of the Star Spice.
What were we even gonna do with it? We shot the robot, or Slump drank his heel juice. From
Boy,
his
you
heel.
really do some weird things, Mr. Slump. You really do some really fucked up things.
I
Slump
walk
has had a
by and I'm
hard-
like, you haven't heard the half of it. Oh my god.
Slump's had a hard couple months, okay? Slump drank that, so where do we go from there?
We were gonna go see. We were going to Eltham, right, to see where Ma was, the leader of the Yo-Yo Boy.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Fuck you, Mr. Doodoo.
Oh, all right. Well, I was only trying to help, but I guess.
Shut your fucking
Yeah,
mouth. You
sorry
weren't any
about
help.
that. I apologize for not being any help to you, Mr. Slump.
All right.
I'm impressed that you figured it all out by yourself, though. That
You are a shit-eating fuckhead.
all right.
No,
Thank you.
Slump, you're right. You're right. That he knows so many things. You're right to ask him about it. What do you know about the Yo-Yo Boys, Lou?
I mean, as far as I can tell, they're just medium level criminals. I mean, they've got an extensive enough network. They could be high level criminals, but they really seem to only desire money, popularity, and I guess fancy ships and their yo-yo shows every now and then. But they're just
I
kind
fucking
of
hate those yo-yo shows.
Yeah, they're pretty rough.
well, some of them are actually pretty good.
There's literally never been one that's
Nah, I
ever
think
been.
I think I'm with him. It's got room for growth, man.
All right, well, maybe you could bring something to them. As I understand it, you're about to go join them.
What can we bring to them?
The yo-yo show. Bring
A
them a good
yo-yo.
yo-yo show.
Bring the heat.
The heat.
Mr.
bring it on.
Doodoo. Shut up and answer me a question, Mr. Doodoo.
Ready to answer the question, yes.
Do you know if there's like a grandmaster yo-yo boy who could teach us, like an old man in a hill with a big droopy white beard who wears a big nightgown to bed and all the time when he's awake and he's out in the woods and we go and learn from him?
Yeah, of course one is exactly like that. He's actually a panda and he lives in a bamboo forest.
Pandas make any series better.
You're going to think
Where
they
can we
look like
find
Kung
him?
Fu Panda, but I actually came up with them a long time ago.
It's all your own unique. Wow, that's
My own
awesome.
unique creation.
Wow.
You're
Well,
Schmandarians, you asshole.
Hey, wait, what's this piece of paper? OC donut steel? I don't get that.
what, well, can't we just find a grandmaster yo-yo dog and just stick it right up his duker?
You want your Uka right in the duker, do you?
Can't we just duke him right in his duke?
I mean, you could just ook him in his duker, but I think this stream's rated F for family, so it seems like an unnecessarily disgusting thing to put in a family game. It's really, it seems like a thinly veiled comment.
Slump just wants to duke him in his ooker. Won't that help?
It sounds like a
I don't
terrible
know, man.
idea.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal on Cowhearth. I don't know.
Pretty sure it's illegal most places, especially when you put it in a child's game.
Okay, I'm glad with the way you finished that sentence.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go take it now.
If we gotta put it on a good show, we gotta learn how to do a good show.
I don't think you need a good show. I'm just saying you're gonna go meet the leader of the Yo-Yo Boys, and I think they'll tell you where to find where the spice is coming from.
Well, you're up in the sky. Could you tell us? Have you seen?
Well, I've got a bit of an idea, but I don't really understand it, to be totally honest. I could tell you it seems to be coming from the university.
The university? What university?
Slump says,
Would we know?
and then Slump goes to take a piss.
All right. All right. Mr. Locke, if you could please make a bathroom for Mr. Slump before he gets over to the corner, please.
We've had a bathroom. It's over there.
All right. Could you please move it for him? He's not seeing it.
Okay.
Slump, that's a window.
Right.
In space.
All right. So, Eltham it's known as the city of intelligence and academia, and it's where one of the foremost universities are located in all of Cowhearth, and so they've got a massive university in the middle, and it seems like that's where this place is coming from, but I don't really understand that. So I do suggest that you try to find out from the leader of the Yo-Yo Boys how that works.
Huh. Well, certainly look into it.
Yeah.
I'm just eating spoons full of peanut butter still.
Chomping.
Well, can I get anyone anything or?
If not,
Oatmeal.
boy, that cottonmouth's really hitting you hard, isn't it?
No, it's
What?
The space
I want
botanicals
some-
will do that to you.
No, I didn't have any botanicals.
Oh, of course not.
Oh.
I really want some like oatmeal raisin cookies though.
That's a weird thing to ask for.
Soft or kinda
Soft.
the softest. Got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
I'm going to spoil you all.
This is the best place.
Well, you managed to get here, so it's the least we can do.
Actually, speaking of managing to get here, it seems like the goal is to get folks back here. But how do we don't want to be relying on Volos all the time. How do we get back?
That's a very interesting question.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty gonna quit, man.
I'm sorry?
Hold on. That's a pretty good question, man.
ASMR. Aldrich eats
Can
it.
I order a water for that guy?
Oh yeah, glass of milk and water. Here you go. How do we put this?
It's not a really nice answer.
Yeah. Usually, when adventurers like yourselves manage to find the bar, it's kind of like a fate thing. Usually, this place exposes itself to these to your type of adventurers when we're needed. I'd say if you can't manage to find a way to get back, and the very hard truth of it is then you may not be as strong as you think you are.
Oh.
Not as strong as you need to be.
Actually, that's more accurate.
Yeah, I like the way he said that better.
You're an asshole.
I'm sorry, but it's a hard truth.
As a quick side note, as an interjection, Slump comes running back into the room, and I want him to pull out that coin that he had pulled off of the those cords that were at the entrance.
Yeah.
And he's going to hold it up to Lou 2, and then walk over to him and whisper something in his ear. And then check Discord for that. And then Slump is going to open the door and look at Locke and wave the coin, and then walk over to Locke and whisper in his ear. And last, he'll check Discord, and then send me your responses back.
It's intricate. Secrets.
So how are things?
Good, spooky.
Good. Yeah.
And yourself?
I'm in fucking space right now, man.
We are. We're on an asteroid.
Do we have any idea who Kerr is? That's kind of where I'm stuck on this whole situation.
I feel like we've seen Kerr in some narrative intros. Or
I'm pretty sure it's Kirby.
Oh wait. Her eyes are upon you.
Yeah, right. So I thought it was the short Darth Vader chick, but then we sort of started to get into like how many phases are there, and I think she would only be 4, but she did do crazy magic shadow hand bullshit. So
Yeah. I think that is her. I would go on the assumption that that's her.
all right.
I don't think we can guess anything else from the info that we have. I think.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Sorry, Slump is still whispering in these ears back and forth.
What do you think they're talking about? These guys are really getting really cozy.
I just have like 2 Nokia phones out, and I'm going through. Yolguf, Isabella, Tabitha. Y'all know who the fuck any of these folks are.
I don't know that we've met any of those guys.
I mean, if they're in my shits, it must have been said at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
More
I
than
think
that.
he was in what's his face's office.
Maybe. All right.
Okay, so after Slump is done whispering to the both of them, he places his coin on the table, on the bar table, like on the counter, the bar counter, and places a shot glass on one side of the room, and walks back to the other side of the bar and pulls down his pants. And for the sake of the modesty cam, imagine it from behind Slump. And he unzips his pants and just starts pissing, clearly with the intention of pissing across, all the way across the bar and only into the shot glass, and just pissing everywhere, all over the fucking walls, all over the chairs, all over himself, all over his hands, just fucking pissing everywhere for like 30 seconds, and then looks at Mr. Locke and says,
Well, fuck.
what does what does Locke do?
What the fuck's going on?
Why this?
What does Locke do?
I think what happens is that Locke has this kind of like, well, that just happened looked on his face, and snaps his fingers, and suddenly he's in a full hazmat suit. It's like, I got it. Walking towards over there, and
Slump slides the coin across to Locke, and then turns around and looks at Lutu and holds out his hand and says, and looks at the rest of the group and says,
I bet Mr. Locke that I could piss across the bar into a shot glass without spilling a drop. I bet him a coin, but I said the only condition was that he couldn't get mad. And then I bet Mr. Doo-Doo a coin that I could piss all over Mr. Locke's bar and he wouldn't get mad. So as I see it, Mr. Doo-Doo, you owe me a coin.
All right. That was disgusting, but I guess a little bit clever there, Mr. Slump.
quite clever.
One coin coming up.
But I mean, don't you need to give the coin to him? I don't know what the fuck's going on. There's piss everywhere.
So I imagine just like a bright flash occurs. It's like kind of like this subtle flash, and suddenly like the smell and the dampness is gone suddenly. And he just takes off the helmet of the hazmat suit. It's just like, I've seen worse, much worse. and then puts the suit away and resumes like cleans up obviously, and then like goes back to the bar.
Man, I don't fucking envy your life if you've seen worse than weird fucking mushroom arm Goro dick.
Yeah, what worse? Gonna need a lecture and a PowerPoint.
He didn't say much worse.
I mean, true.
Slightly 1 degree worse.
You've seen a 6-armed Goro monster dick once, so. All right.
What else?
What?
Can
What?
I?
Wait, what did you say?
We're so off the rails.
All right, listen. I've got a little
Yeah.
bit of a surprise for you.
Uh-huh.
You see, it's not unimpressive that you've managed to find your way here so early, and I think you've kind of earned something for that. I'm going to give you a chance to get yourself a gift, a prize, if you will, for accomplishing this. So I've got 2 options for you. You can, if you have something in mind that you want, you can mosey on over there to Mr. Locke, and he can make it for you to your specifications, whilst keeping it within a power that won't draw unwanted attention. If you don't have something immediately in your mind that you'd like, might I interest you in my little box of gifts? And he pulls out what seems to be just kind of a deep purple box with a couple golden inlays on it, and a small hole about the size of a fist on it. And he says, you reach into this box, there's my dick in it. No, that's not true. No, that's not true.
Slump laughs so hard that he shits himself a little bit.
Across the universe, Kirby shits a little and doesn't know why.
But I've got, it's a little bit of magic, but I've got some items here in this box. You feel around inside the box until you find an item that you think feels interesting. If you think it's something that you might want, you pull it out and it's yours. If you don't like the item you get, you can, for the choice of destroying the item that you've chosen, choose it one more time for a different item. So basically, if you know what you want, go to Mr. Locke, he'll make it for you. If you don't have any idea, take a chance with the box of somewhat randomness.
Interesting.
Oh shit,
How
y'all.
many times can we get something from that? Just the once?
Just the once this time, but if you manage to find your way here again, maybe you've prevented a spocalypse, or you bring with you the planar key, maybe we go for another chance at the box.
Well, why would if Slump could ask for an indestructible feather lightweight mithril hammer capable of destroying any other element, or a fucking box that might give you a handful of porridge, why would Slump ever choose the box?
Well, I did say it had to be within power that wouldn't draw attention, and I think that kind of an item might draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, but it'd be dead afterwards.
The thing that was paying attention?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He's right.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
smart.
unless they just killed you from where they are.
Okay.
Also true.
Which very nearly happened here.
What? When?
I think
With a chamber?
twice now. I believe there was that other time.
What?
Huh?
All right, y'all, pump the brakes on that shit. I thought this was some magical impenetrable chamber, and y'all already fucked it up twice.
No.
Not fucked it up. That's putting it a little bit hard.
It's
Minor water damage.
It's more like creating this environment in a rock in the middle of space required a lot of magic, and that drew quite a lot of attention.
From the
Well,
planar
okay.
keys?
Mr. Doo-Doo, can you give Slump an idea of the kind of things that we could ask for that would be okay? Like, if we didn't go with the box, Slump's having a hard time deciding what's better.
Well, I mean, you could ask for something to keep you a little bit safer or something to help you fight, but I'll have to warn you, if it's anything strong, like if you want a sword that could pass through any shield, the sword would probably break after one use. If you wanted
some kind of like monkey's paw bullshit.
Well, it's just like we can't put too much power in, so it's got to have some sort of a fault, or the power's got to be lower. If you want something that's just going to make you take a little bit less damage, we could probably make that last a little longer. But if you want something that's going to make you invincible, that's probably got a one use.
Yeah, all right.
Well, if anybody, while you guys think about it, I'd like to ask. I have an idea of what I might want, but first I'd like to talk to you, Mr. Locke, if you have a moment.
Of course. Right over here.
Oh, thank you. Hey, what do you know about the calligraphers?
I do know that they're a society of ink-wielding weavers that go back quite a long time. One of the first groups of people that learned of ink and utilized ink. Were the initial discoverers of what we call now crown weave. But beyond that, I don't know much more than that, to be honest.
Okay. Well, did you know they have this mark that sets them apart from other, just it's like their like stamp on their hand for the club, you know what I mean? Like it says they're part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
But the Irish Cagal have figured out a way to display that mark, so the secret society has become a lot less secret, a little more deadly. Is there a way to make a thing that would make that mark not show upable?
That would be, unfortunately, on whoever created the mark. Because they used essentially their ink to create it. It's hard to kind of change something that permanent and powerful with just any old ink.
Oh, I see.
And you stepped away, right? Like we can't hear this?
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
okay.
Yes, yeah. Other end of the bar.
But,
okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, I wish there was something I could do, but too bad. They're a really good organization. Oh well.
They seem good. Oh well.
So, Mr. Doo-Doo,
Yes, Mr. Slump.
do you think Slump could ask for some spikes to go on the end of his bangy door dogs?
Yeah, that's super easy.
That seems pretty reasonable, right?
Of course.
That would probably help out Slump a bit, right?
Yeah, that should be a small boost.
Okay.
It'd put you.
Okay, Slump will take the box.
Oh, all right. Of course. Sounds like a fair deal. You just stick your hand in and feel around a bit.
Okay.
So you stick your hand in?
Yep.
All right. The first thing that you touch, it feels wet and a little bit slimy. And it's almost like it's fleshy in some way, and it's like one lump of flesh that kind of splits into two kind of thin strands.
While he's feeling this, he looks at Galdrick and says,
Mr. Teeny thought this feels like your googie.
Angelic turtle dick is canon.
Stop!
Would you like to feel the next item? Or would you like to pull that one out?
Feel the next one.
The next one, it feels round-ish. In fact, it feels like something very familiar, except it's a little bit smaller. You know that this is some sort of an egg, but it's made of metal.
Fuck.
It's,
never mind.
It's hard, and it's almost got like raised bumps on it, and it's very much smaller than Kevin's egg, and it seems to have some sort of a like a piece of metal hanging off of it.
Okay.
Would you like to take that or go for the next item?
How many items are there?
There are 26 items.
Yikes.
I want to hear 5 more.
Okay. The next one that you touch is it feels like it's got like these 2 round flat pieces with long metal kind of strands coming off, and then you realize, I think pretty quickly, that you're touching a pair of glasses with round frames. That one's pretty easy to tell pretty quickly.
Okay.
And the next one, I think you can also tell that this is some sort of a ring, and it's got it's nice and smooth all the way around, except for one bump on the outside of the ring, and it's almost like your finger kind of goes down and then back up along this lump, almost like it's a wave of some sort.
Okay.
And the next one is it's a pair of something. They're very small. They both fit inside your hand. They're again some sort of a metallic item with small chains and something on the ends that have round, smooth features that come to points.
Okay.
And then the last item that you touch is, it feels like a piece of cloth that's maybe a foot long, and it seems to be frayed on one end, but they're not like they're not split frays. They seem like deliberate shapes on one end of this cloth.
Okay.
Want any of those, or?
I want to hear what literally all of them are, but I don't want everyone else to just have to sit here.
Yeah.
So I will say that initially I was going to take the thing that felt smaller than Kevin's egg, was metallic, had bumps, and a piece of metal. That's a grenade. That's a grenade. And so I feel like that's a one-time use. And so if I've learned anything from watching Lord of the Rings, I'm going to take the ring.
Okay. You pull
Solid
out
logic.
right?
That's fair. That's a good call.
You pull out a ring that magically expands to fit the size of your finger, and when it comes out,
You see what we're talking about, guys? You see? Okay. All right.
it is a silver ring, and it's brightly polished. And that little lump that you were feeling, it is a bright orange glowing feather. And
Slump can fly.
Lou too kind of looks at that and he says, "Oh my, Mr. Slump, that's actually quite a rare item. That's a good find."
What is it? What is it?
That's the Ring of the Phoenix. And
he got to pull the Ring of the Phoenix?
I didn't think that somebody would pull that. I really didn't think one of these would pull it so quickly, but yes.
What is that?
What are these?
Hey, y'all, you just call us these?
Yes.
Feels like you did.
Well,
What is it? What is it?
if you're wearing this, when somebody kills you, you just pop right back up and the ring disappears.
Oh. Well, that's kind of neat.
So
Does
if
it
you
do
find
anything
yourself
in
in
the
a...
meantime?
No, it just protects you in case you make a big mistake, or
Oh,
you want
fuck.
you want to do something. It's basically a free life.
Okay.
100% back up.
Yahoo. Okay, thanks, Mr. Man.
No problem.
Wow.
And Slump puts it on.
Yep, perfect. And yeah, that ring, the feather glows this bright orange that kind of illuminates the finger that you're wearing it on. Not like your finger glows, but like the glow from it kind of illuminates the finger.
Okay.
And you can now basically sustain one fatal blow and just pop up at full health, full shield.
Hot
Oh,
damn.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's not a 1
So-
HP revive. It is a full everything's back revive.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding this, that no matter what the damage to me is,
Yep.
that I can use that ring for a one-time full health, full shield revive.
That's right. It does not matter what kills you. Could be you fucking OD on fentanyl, or you get fucking ejected into the corona.
Wow, that's problematic.
Or you fucking you get ejected into the corona of a star. Either way. Although I guess if you get ejected into the corona of a star, you come back and then immediately burn up again.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right.
it would be not a great use. But then the ring does burn up, and that's about it.
Okay, got it.
That's such a good item.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Holy shit.
Hey, Mr. Bluetooth, can he use that? Does he have to die to use it, or can he just use it as like a potion?
I'm afraid this one.
If Mr. Galdrick died, could I punch him in the fucking face and bring him back?
Transferable.
I'm pretty sure you just cave in his skull at that point.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's how that one works.
Don't do that.
Can I put it on the finger of someone who's died and it brings them back?
You know, I'm not sure. The way I've always understood it is that it needs to be worn when you die, but I mean, you could always try it.
Hey, Mr. Locke.
Uh-oh.
Can I try something on you?
Mr. Slump, there's only one problem. If when it's used, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case, there's no real trying with this one. That would basically use it up.
I just look at Slump. Did you just think you became immortal?
Well, Slump just wanted to check. Okay, fair enough. Well, what does everyone else want?
Amazing.
I mean, I'm kind of reconsidering a little bit. I don't think I was aiming high enough. That ring's pretty fucking rad.
Hey, do you guys mind? Can I try the box?
Go right ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Lou? I'm just gonna go ahead.
Of course.
Slump is, and just as a side note, just as you're going to reach for the box, Slump grabs your hand, not just to literally stop your hand from moving forward.
Oh yeah?
Because now that he's got this ring out of there, he's feeling kind of jealous, like he doesn't want someone else to get something better from the box. He stops your hand and says,
"Remember what happened back at the festival? Remember with the box game? I don't know, kind of risky."
That was really right.
He dodged the things.
That guy died.
He died for sticking his hand in a box.
Oh no, that's true.
Yeah, so fuck off.
Whoa.
Slump like puts on a bit of a put-em, but then remembers that he's not literally 6 years old. Says, "Okay, go ahead."
Thank you for your blessing, and I am nervous now, so that did help.
Might die, just saying.
I put there's the tips of my fingers in at first, and then draw them out really fast.
No, it's not going to. Well, I mean, I guess I've never seen it kill someone before. I don't think it does that.
Does it feel any different in there?
It sounds like fucking Willy Wonka.
I'm sure it's perfectly safe. I've never seen it kill someone.
I think it's safe. Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, it could kill someone. It's got a lot of power, but I'm sure it won't. You're perfectly safe.
Well, that's as good a guarantee as I ever get in life, so.
I put my hand in, but I want to try and feel the sides of it. See although there's 26 items, it's probably fairly large.
Yeah, so if you reach backwards and try to hit the panel that you reached in from, the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can feel that, but when you reach to the sides, no, you cannot feel the sides of the box.
That was like a little Mary Poppins sort of. Okay, let's see.
And I start rooting around.
All right, so you feel the same things that Slump did to start with. Okay. You feel the slimy, wet lump of flesh. You feel the small round thing with a chain. You feel the things that are clearly glasses. You feel the two small pieces of metal with chains. And at the ends of the chains are things that are kind of flat and round and come to a point. You feel the piece of cloth with kind of deliberate ends on it. And then you also feel another piece of cloth, but this is like a heavy, maybe it's not cloth. It might even be something more like a hide, like a leather type thing. And they're round-ish, but they have lots of obscure protrusions on them. Yeah, so there's that.
Huh.
And would you like to take any of those, or?
Can I root around to see if I feel 2 more other things?
Yep. You root around and you feel another item that's like it's a small, it almost feels like it would be a coin, except it's quite large for what a coin would be. And it's got some sort of an impression on one side of it, like a raised image of something on one side of it. And on the back, there's some sort of like weird series of bits and pieces of metal on the back of it.
Huh.
And the next thing that you touch, again, it's like grabbing onto something that's flesh. There's something, it's not as slimy and wet as the other one, but it's much bigger and it's more round with lots of bumps on it.
What?
And it's definitely some sort of flesh.
Ew.
That is very odd.
Are you keeping body parts in here?
Well, I'm not about to tell you what are all the possibilities in there, but I'll tell you, I didn't not put some body parts in there.
Oh, why?
I'm gonna take the coin out.
Okay. You pull out a round metal brooch, and on the front of it is the image of an hourglass on it. And Lou says, "Oh, that's an interesting item. That's the crest of foresight, and it it allows you to be just a little bit more prepared whenever you're in combat. Once per combat, which is a weird way to describe things. You can touch this crest." And you'll be able to prepare with just a little bit more preparation than normal for one attack. And you can suffer a little bit less harm from it.
Oh, I see.
And so basically the way this works is once per combat, you can touch the crest and you will suffer 2 less harm from an attack. And that happens once per combat.
That's fucking sick.
That is sick. For like, does it?
Well, Slump's ring is a kind of one-time deal. How's this one work?
Yeah, once per combat.
Just forever?
Yeah, of course.
This is the best.
What the fuck? Mine is just once ever. Hers is once per fucking combat.
I mean, you do get to have 2 lives.
Fucking.
All right, well.
Slump picks up the ring and throws it on the ground, and then
right.
like, immediately like picks it back up and puts it in his pocket.
Thank you.
I go and sit down.
All right, anyone next?
I mean, Galder, you know what you're doing.
I want I like point at Slump and I kind of like do a wiggle figure thing. I want my medulla oblongata.
I'm not really sure what you're asking for.
I think I
was making the
pour
turtle.
ice cream?
The turtle. I'll just put my hand in the goddamn bag.
Okay. You feel the same thing. So the first thing is that slimy, wet.
I pull out the slimy wet.
All right. You pull out
A double-headed dick. Oh, you sick fuck.
a bloody severed tongue that's been split down the middle.
Ew.
Oh no, that's
Nice.
that's a really interesting item.
I forgot
That's-
that was in there.
I thought it had been removed already.
What is it?
This is a forked tongue, and this is a single-use item. When you
Of
use
course
it,
it is.
it'll just fall apart,
Of course it will.
but it will let you tell one lie to a target. No matter how ridiculous, no matter how insane, you can use this item to tell a lie that will absolutely be believed.
Holy shit.
That's very good.
I put it back. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I
if
put
you'd
it in-
like, you could have it. You could destroy it and try to choose again if you don't like it.
No, I'll keep it and I'll poof it into my magic pocket.
Really thought you were gonna say that you put it in your mouth. Got very worried.
All right, Jake, what'll it be? Would you like Mr. Locke to make something for you, or would you like to take a spin in the weird oogly boogly box?
I mean, let me run something by you for column May, and then, you know, if it gets shot down, I guess I'll jump in the box and pull out a weird tongue or some shit.
Sure, of course.
So we were talking about how if your ink is a different color, it sort of like pops through shit and does good shit. Right? Like, did I?
Oh, yeah. If somebody could weave in a different ink, it won't interact with white ink.
So I'll sort of like flip open the chamber of my revolver to show that there are no bullets in it. I mean, like, how hard would it be if I wanted a bullet that would like pull a switcheroo on me and just give me, you know, fucking random, I don't know, just something that's not white?
So you want something from a different color ink?
Yeah, so if I'm all like zip zap zoo, and I do the thing, it'll just be like, I don't know, purple instead of white or something. I don't know. Is that, can we do? I don't know.
It's a clever idea, but neither Mr. Locke nor myself can even touch the other color inks.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, I'm gonna go in the box.
All right.
Can you start from the end of the list?
Start from the end of the list?
Yeah, let's go back and go up.
Oh, like start from the beginning, like. Oh, start from the
You said
bottom.
you had like 26 items. Yeah, bottom of the list.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Because we've already heard like the first, 7 or something from the front.
And you can kind of remember what those are?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one feels like it's like a rope. And on either end of the rope are some sort of solid, heavy balls made of some sort of metallic material.
Can I feel like how long the rope is? Like, is it a big old like loop, like many feet, or is it short like a bolt?
It's like a 1.5 feet, kind of 2 feet,
Okay,
maybe.
rad.
Yep.
Next.
The next one, again, I'm using the words that like would come to my mind. It's hard for me to describe what the feel would be to you, but this one also almost feels like a coin, except impossibly smooth, and the edge is raised. And there seems to be some sort of a chain coming off of it.
So if I were to like assume it was a pocket watch or a monocle, would it be rather about the right size?
You definitely thinner than a pocket watch, about, you know, the same thickness as a monocle.
All right.
Next.
I kind of like that one, but let's go. Yeah.
All right. The next one, it's like a small cylinder. And you can tell that the majority of it, like the bottom half, is made of one material, and the top seems to be made, it's almost like a lid is made of a different material.
All right. Like how, like pen size, like test tube size?
Like jar sized.
Oh, rad. All right. Give me 2 more and then I'll pick.
Yep. Okay. The next one is a long, straight piece of cloth with some sort of a raised piece of like embroidery in the middle of it.
Okay.
And the last one is a large, flat, disc-like object that is kind of flexible. Like as you kind of grab it and push around at it, it kind of bends in a bit. And it's got kind of a very large ridge only on one side.
Damn it. Okay, I was totally sold on the cloth, and now you got me with this weird floppy circle, and I tried to do the back. Ah, damn it. Floppy circle sounds neat. Yeah, I have to. I'm too curious. I want the cloth thing, but I have to pick the floppy circle.
Remember, you can destroy it.
You can destroy it if you don't like it.
Oh, if I take it out, I can just be like, fuck this, remove it from the universe. I want the other one.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Oh, shit. Yeah, floppy circle. Let's go.
Oh, boy. There's no way you don't keep this one. You pull out a blue plastic frisbee. And Lou's eyes kind of go wide. He's like, oh my. All right, so be careful with that one. That's the frisbee of Sharknado.
Oh my god.
And when you throw that frisbee, it's a one-time use, but it will become a legitimate Sharknado that will cause terrible damage to everything in its path and throw sharks in every which direction that will bite whatever they land on.
Oh shit.
Don't throw that around us.
I mean, I do really want to know what the cloth was, but I think I gotta keep the Sharknado thing.
I mean, you're welcome to destroy it and try the cloth thing.
One-time use.
It is the catch. I was thinking about making it persistent, but I don't think infinite Sharknadoes or even a
That's probably
Sharknado.
not a good idea.
A Sharknado on a cooldown is not fucking balanced.
Cooldown would be fine. It'd just be 30 years before you could use it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me. Yes, I want to remove the Sharknado from existence. I want the cloth.
Ooh.
All right. That's not a bad decision, honestly. Sharknado, to be totally honest, there's no real way to predict who's going to take all the shark damage. So, not
I
a
figured
terrible
there's
idea.
like, you need a bunch of water and stuff, and like, I don't know, Cowhearth isn't exactly the moistest fucking planet in the ring.
No, the way it works is as the frisbee flies, it kind of becomes the Sharknado. The water comes out of it, the sharks come out of the water. It just kind of, it's a self-contained Sharknado.
I mean, I guess that's not bad. I mean, anyway, I mean, don't talk me out of
Yeah,
it. Let's
no.
just fucking remove it from existence, please.
All right. And he snaps his fingers, and the frisbee of Sharknado just disappears.
All right, give me that scarf or whatever the fuck it was. This is probably a bad decision.
You
But
reach in, and you pull out a bandana with a single golden mark embroidered in the
infinite
middle.
ammo.
And Lou looks at it and says, "Oh my, that's the bandana of karate." The way that one works, if you, for as long as you wear that bandana, you will know karate. It's
Yep.
You'll be if anyone wants to take you on in hand-to-hand combat, you will just always take less damage as you find yourself knowing karate.
I'm just gonna like wrap it around my head and yeah, karate wizard. Start doing jump kicks and shit. I
And
don't
you
know.
fucking can. Like you do like backflips and fucking jumping
Whoa.
roundhouse kicks and all sort of fucking karate, and like you feel yourself prepared, way more prepared than before to handle hand-to-hand combat.
Hakia!
He is gonna get so ripped because I imagine like what your body has to be to do something like that, and like he's just kind of like lanky and like nerdy, and now he's just gonna be like this buff nerd after.
Like a weird greasy Chuck Norris in space.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Locke, can you give me like a 2x4?
Yeah. There you are.
Chop chop, Mr. Lock.
I think Jake is so fucking like gung ho to know, because he knows he can fucking kick that thing right in half. So I think as you're like prepping how to hold it properly, the fucking foot just comes out of nowhere and kicks this thing in half. And then as the two pieces are falling to the ground, you kick those two halves into two more halves.
That was really cool, but it really hurt my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess with great power, you know.
Slump is watching, and like a kid watching a kung fu movie, he's really excited, getting really into it, and he just goes and slaps Baldric in the face.
Dies.
Why?
Sorry, Mr. Teeny Tot. Slump just got really into it.
Here's the thing of ice.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, so if everyone's happy with their choices, if they're not, can always have it destroyed and try again.
Hey, do you guys have anything from YouTube, Lou and Locke? Do you have anything from the box? Do
Well,
you just have on you? Is that too personal?
Let's just say, fate has kind of already given us most of what we need, and the box is mostly for adventurers to allow fate to give them the same option that we were given.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure that was like a real long yes.
I mean, more or less.
Well, this is great.
And I'm just like gently caressing my bandana.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my brooch to tie like my scarves around my neck, like so it's like a cape with a little, holding.
Slump is like sort of fingering his ring. He's put his ring back on and he's sort of like fingering it idly, but you can still see his moves kind of moving almost like he's doing a weird robot dance because you can tell that he's trying to practice karate inside his own head.
Slowly wishing his ring into a ring of karate.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can't wait to see and hear how you guys work together with these items. These are going to serve you very well, I imagine.
What happens if... Are we ever going to see the box again, ever?
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking if you manage to maybe deal with the spocalypse or bring Kerr back here, or the essence of the white planar key, I'm thinking we could give you all another go at the box.
Slump just wants to make sure that he can know what else was in the box just for curiosity, but if we're gonna see it again, then maybe not.
Let's see. I know a couple of the things that are in there. Some of them I put in there so long ago I can't even remember them.
Okay.
But why don't I tell you maybe one of the other items in there just to keep your interest piqued?
Okay.
Well, you see, there's an item in there it's my personal favorite. You see, there's a jar of fire and bees in there.
Whoa.
That's just a big old mason jar full of bees and a small pouch of liquid fire. You throw it, it breaks open, it lights things on fire, and the bees go all over.
I think we made that when we were first starting.
I think so. I think we were just discovering our powers there, and so we decided maybe a jar of fire and bees would be a good one.
It's a very good jar of fire and bees. That makes sense. A little homemade grenade thing.
Pretty much. Although I have to warn you, I think you could get stung by the bees yourself. I don't think they're mind controlled at all. I think they're just very angry bees running from a fire, stinging everybody.
Angry immortal bees.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Okay.
So there's
That
stuff,
fucking sucks.
there's stuff like that in there. Hey, not everything. Maybe you sacrifice that to the great abyss. I don't know. Maybe you've got a great need for a jar of fire and bees. I made it just in case.
Yeah, man. I mean, Slump, if you really want, you can just keep on grabbing shit and destroy it all, and then the box will be empty, and you'll probably have to make new shit.
No, he said we can only do it one time.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, well, Slump is gonna keep this instead of the shitty fucking jar.
Right? I mean, I kind of like the jar.
Fucking bee. Yeah, what would Slump rather have? The ability to not die one time or a fucking jar of bees?
All right, fine. I mean,
Easy fucking choice. Get a better box.
all right. Well, Slump, pleasure as always. Always such a pleasure to converse with you, Mr. Slump. I always end up feeling better about myself. Thank you.
What did you get? Oh, Slump got an invulnerability ring. What did you get? Oh, Mr. Teeny Todd got a warm bowl of cornflakes. Oh.
Well, what if you're hungry for a warm bowl of cornflakes?
No, that's fine.
I'm
That's
imagining with the yo-yo boys. Man, I could really go for a warm bowl of cornflakes right now.
Their one weakness.
Kerr's like, boy, I sure would join you in this chamber place if somebody would just give me a bowl of warm cornflakes.
Or they're invulnerable except for lactose intolerance.
Exactly. What if
Slump
Kerr's
actually-
one weakness is a jar of fire and bees?
Slump actually likes the idea of the bees, but Slump is not going to pick it because Mr. Teeny Tot's allergic.
And then Slump is gonna pat Galdrick on the head roughly.
It's
I'm
probably
gonna smile like an angry pug.
probably a smart idea. All right. Well, I mean, do you have any questions about everything that I told you?
Well,
Yeah, what do we do?
Yeah, for realsies. But for realsies, though, what you said that maybe it would be good when we meet the Ma Dog to put on a good yo-yo show for him, just to make him what?
I was just saying, if you think the Yo-Yo Boys are useless and their yo-yo shows suck, maybe if you had a good show, you could make their yo-yo shows better. But I don't.
What do you mean if we had a good show?
You seem to say that they don't have any. You said they don't have any good shows.
Yeah. So if we what do you mean if we have a good show? If we put on a good show?
Yeah.
If we watch a good show?
If you're part of the Yo-Yo Boys and you put on a good show, then the Yo-Yo Boys have a good show.
That's what Slump is saying. Where do we learn how to do it? We can't
Why would
learn
you
it
want
from the
one?
fucking Yo-Yo Boys because they suck.
Why would you want a good Yo-Yo show?
Slump is going to shit.
Why would you? I'm not really sure where the hang up is here. I'm saying if you've got a problem with their yo-yo shows, you could make a better one.
Okay, so why don't we do that?
I don't know. Why would you do that?
Oh, Slump is gonna fucking kill you.
Seems like a waste of time to me. Why would you go about learning how to do a better yo-yo show when, I mean, you're the only one who has a problem with it?
No, not true. Anyone who watches those pieces of shit has the same problem.
No, come on now. I kind of like some of them.
You fucking don't. You're a goddamn liar.
Some of them are all right. I saw one that wasn't too bad.
Slump can't even spell his own name, and he knows it's a piece of shit show. Listen, is there someone that can teach us how to yo-yo so we can put on a better show to really make it so that Ma will talk to us?
I mean, you've already got the biggest. I mean, yes, of course, there's people who can teach. If you really want to do a yo-yo show, rather than bringing him the spice that he wants,
we can do both.
All right, you can do
What
both.
if the spice isn't enough?
Yeah, well, if the yeah, sure, there you go. Then I guess go talk to the panda in the bamboo forest. So,
Jesus.
All right, then I'll.
I feel like that was a lie.
Okay, fine. Well, Slump will just leave it up to the rest of the group.
I mean, I could just
Wait,
teach
what?
how to do a yo-yo show right here.
Shut
yeah,
up! Shut your
sure.
fucking mouth! No, don't show us
Don't do it.
anything.
No.
Shut your fucking mouth!
I mean, I can just do a whole bunch of karate and shit. And just stick a yo-yo on me. I mean, that's just fucking
Oh, that would work.
tangentially awesome, right? Like,
No.
done.
Okay.
We could watch some YouTube, modern YouTube hack tube.
Well, if we want to find the Ma
XX2.
Dog, where do we go? It's Ellsworth,
That sounds right.
Yeah, Eltham. Yeah.
Elmwine.
I'm pretty sure you had a specific bar you were supposed to go to.
Oh dear.
Totally.
Very
Yep.
specific bar that had a specific name that you guys were supposed to go
The
to.
dancing unicorn.
No, that's a different. That's a different story. Different unit. Different campaign. Yeah,
Jake
different
is doing
story.
jump kicks while
Different
trying to
IP.
read through his act
That's hard to do.
The stupid unicorn.
No, that's not anything.
Okay.
Dancing Unicorn was a different story.
Okay.
Ginger Dude Bar? Is that anything? What are these notes of mine?
Or
Can we please go to the Ginger Dude Bar?
can we go to the Ginger Dude Bar? Is that the right one?
Well, I mean, that's a pretty awful pronunciation of the name of the bar, but
What is it?
George Bad George Bar? I think we got off track when we were originally talking about it.
it's the hold on, I've got it here in my notes. It's called the Bend and Jimber Joms.
Nope, didn't get that either.
Jimmer Joms.
John Bamber Gyms.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jandy Binder Joms.
Exactly. You got to go to the
Oh,
Jamber
okay.
Jamber Jimbadongs.
Okay, well, let's go to the Bonder Bindi Jams and meet Ma.
Here, I'll
Actually-
Yeah.
put in chat how it's pronounced or how it's spelled.
Lou.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Lou 2. I'm so used to calling you.
Yes, of course, of
Oh, okay.
course.
Yeah, and I think Mr. Locke leans in and kind of whispers into his ear. What do you think?
I think that'd be all right.
Okay.
I think so.
So,
Karate listening skill.
I think Mr. Slump's onto something. and he snaps his fingers, and he produces a lot of really like decked out boss ass yo-yos.
Boss ass yo-yos.
For one for each of you, so that way, like, it's not necessarily a rank thing, but basically, clearly you've been places within the Yo-Yo Boys, so it's kind of like oh, these guys are for real.
Oh,
So
shit.
So he hands one to each of you if you want to take one.
Yeah, Slump would take it.
Yep.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I try and do a around the world.
I just put the yo-yo on my finger and do a jump kick, and then just sort of like yo-yo once.
Okay, yeah, okay. So that one you don't have to roll because you know karate. But if you want to do around the world, you can roll 2d6s. I guess +1 for having a boss ass yo-yo.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
It goes pretty much around. When you catch it, it's not quite. It's a little bit of a slip up, but you pretty much catch it.
I'll take it. I'll keep practicing. Don't worry, I'm gonna keep practicing. Don't just.
All right.
Over
I
in that
mean,
corner.
you're joining the Yo-Yo Boys for the first time. They probably don't expect too much of you. The Yo-Yos themselves will probably go quite a long ways to proving that you're the real deal.
Excellent. All right, so sounds like Eltham, yo-yos, spices, apocalypse. End of list for now.
Yeah, man.
Pretty sure if you deal with the spocalypse, maybe you find your way back here and we can refine a more detailed plan to deal with Kerr.
All right, and we don't talk about you to Venalis or anybody, or this place, or Mr. Lo-
That's right. Try not to talk about any of this to Volos. If he were to gather any of this information, it could be extremely dangerous because he's one of the few beings in the universes that, yeah, we would have very little to. I mean, we could fight him for a little while, but I don't think we'd be able to defeat him if he decided
Not
to.
yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you head out, is there any basic supplies we can help provide? Food, water, drink, anything?
Oh,
Don't want to.
How long has it been since Slump ate?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question.
I feel like you ate something weird very recently that was like somehow right. There was something that you ate that was an insane amount of ink.
Yeah, I think Tom made me something.
Yeah, maybe
Was it
it
the
was
robot?
Tom. Maybe it was the robot drinking the robot ink. I'm not sure, but you ate something very recently that was super duper fucking inky.
That's right.
So I
I
think
mean,
you're,
we
I think
could
you're
still
pretty
get
good.
like fucking slumpy snacks for the road.
Yeah, I love that idea.
can you make? He eats ink. I'm not sure if you're aware. Can you make anything that we can just have on hand so he doesn't go all ragey, angry, as it were?
Slump is like hovering right next to Lutu's face, leaning in really closely, starting to sweat a little bit, and just nonstop licking his lips.
All right, Mr. Locke, if you'd be so kind to maybe make a couple of things for Mr. Slump here, so that he doesn't take a big bite out of my face.
Oh, well, if he got rid of those goggles, I imagine that would be.
Not going to take off the goggles. The goggles stay on. They're perfect just the way they are.
We have perfectly
Explain your butt
good.
together.
You know what? This is a discussion for later.
We'll talk about this when the company's gone.
You look extra meaty.
Mr. Slump, here.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Big old, yes, big old shank right here, and snaps his fingers. There you go. I'm gonna make a few of these, and that don't spoil into a picnic basket for you guys. Oh boy.
Thank you so much.
Basket.
And he just produces a like a really nice, you know, your stereotypical picnic basket with like the red cloth on it and everything, and hands it over to Lou.
Oh, wait, sorry. This Lou? Me, Lou?
Yes. You.
That's so nice. I love the wicker work. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Mr. Locke, if you don't mind, I've drained my glass. If you could perhaps pass me a bottle.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm thinking this is a 2-drink problem.
Of course. There you go. And there you go. All yours.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mr. Locke.
Of course. Well, here's hoping we get to see you guys again.
I've got a good
Yeah,
feeling.
you got it, fucko.
That was
love
mean.
you too, Mr. Sloth. I love you too.
Now, is there anything else you need, or are you thinking you're...
Did you already teach us how to do the crown weave?
Oh yeah.
to do a crown weave?
Yeah.
Jake here can weave. Yeah.
That's
He's the shape.
Come on, don't be a bitch.
That's some very, very powerful magic. I'm not really sure that's... Why do you need a crown weave? Why would you need to learn how to do that?
Well, you've said how dangerous the different doggies are. So?
And even just to get back here.
Even just to get back here.
You know it costs an entire life.
Well, that's okay. It's
Well,
only a few people in the last week.
I'm not...
Yeah, that is bad.
Come
It takes
on.
a...
You'd be willing to just kill someone.
Fuck yeah.
You couldn't
See,
make like a bunch of... I don't even know. Something else from the earth?
Slump's been killing people without a crown weave. Might as well do it for a reason.
You see, it's people like that I'm not sure I want to teach how to do a crown weave.
What's
Fair
worse? One big hungry boy who eats people's faces like mangoes, or an apocalypse that destroys the whole planet? Huh?
Well, a
Just
person
like-
who eats people's faces like mangoes who could also do crown weave sounds an awful lot like an apocalypse.
Well, you pick your poison. You know for a fact that the spice is apocalypse. You don't know for a fact that Slump is. Just because he's got a rumbly in his tummy that only faces can satisfy sometimes.
Jake,
Hey man,
I can teach you how to do a crown weave. But
all right. I'm a little wrapped up in the karate thing. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're very good. You're very impressive. It's a little bit obnoxious how you keep doing it. Like every now and then I have
it's
to.
like a new toy. I'm sorry. All right. I'm paying attention.
All right. I can teach you how to do a crown weave, but I'm going to need some sort of assurance from you that you're not going to just do it frivolously. I need you to promise me that you'll use it out of need and only ever need.
I mean, the whole cost situation. Yeah, I get what you mean. I do. So yeah, I'm not in the randomly fucking murdering people business. At least not to eat like old Slumperoo.
I've seen some things that give me a little bit of pause, but I want to know that to this level, to the level of using crown weaves, which are devastatingly powerful and they will draw attention, that you'll only ever do one when you need it.
Well, I mean, I guess I can ask a question. What was all that sitch with Ren? Was that technically crown weave?
When she was freed. Is that what you mean?
I mean, yeah, either way, popping her out of Garvin's brain juice or setting her free, either one, both, I don't know. Were either of those crown?
Yuck.
Separating her
Quit it.
from Garvin was something interesting. I can't really make heads or tails of what that was. That was something that I didn't really understand, to be totally honest.
Was it love? Was it the power of love?
It must have been the power of love. No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe, but I'm pretty sure that it was something else. When you freed her completely, that was a crown weave.
Well, I mean, I guess in that case, if you think past actions dictate future actions, am I all right for Crown Weave so far?
I think so. I think that's fair. That's a fair analysis. All right,
But
Jake. What's that, Mr. Locke?
I think it's fair that we warn him about the type of attention that's drawn.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Go ahead, Mr. Locke.
Well, as you know about the planar keys, there are other entities out there, not so maybe sentient, that could draw attention to you. So just be wary, because the thing about crown weaves is the more ink you use, the brighter the beacon on your butt. It's the best way to put it.
Oh.
So that's why I'm warning you for more than just ethics, right? You use them frivolously, you use them too often, and it could be disastrous.
That's terrifying. Can you tell us more about these non-sentient beings that might be called to it?
It's difficult to explain at this point. There's
I think it's like chumming the water for some kind of ink-based Sharknado.
I mean, that's probably a pretty safe way to describe it in the most understandable terms.
I kind of miss the Frisbee, honestly.
Maybe we could balance Sharknado against Sharknado, yeah.
But yeah, that's probably a pretty reasonable way to understand it. So
I mean, I guess that's a little
careful.
something we didn't know about the fucking universe. There's just shit out there that'll come up and eat you if you juice too much ink.
Well,
Yeah, geez.
to be fair, it's a pretty small problem. The number of people that can even weave at all is infinitesimally small. The number of people who could weave that kind of power, I could count on one hand.
Hey, do you know if Tom the calligrapher has ever encountered a being like this?
No, he's always been a pretty mediocre level weaver, but it seems
Yeah, sounds
just
about right.
just recently it seems that he's become a little bit something more.
Oh.
A process I didn't even really understand could do that. He was being killed and brought back to life through machinery over and over again, and somehow he managed to use that process to charge himself like some sort of an ink battery.
My God. Killed and brought back with machinery. So not with magic, but with machinations.
It seemed to me to be quite a mundane process.
Huh.
Although what they were doing to him was anything but mundane.
Why would they do that? What's the point of it?
Well, from what I gathered, and I had to be careful, I could tell there were people keen to my looking around. They've got a mighty powerful weaver with them. And they could tell when I was looking in, so I tried not to look in too much. But it seemed like they were trying to pull information from him.
Oh, no.
They had some sort of an incredibly powerful weaver pulling information from him, literally weaving it out of him. And then it was kind of hooked up to machines that would display the information.
Is it too late to ask you guys for face-changing technology?
Face-changing technology? You mean, what do you mean?
Well, I'm just scared that they pulled pictures of all of us out of Tom's head.
I can ease your mind there. The one set of faces that they could not pull from Tom's mind for the four of you.
What?
Well, as soon as he says that, with a completely straight, expressionless face, just like the epitome of the fucking, colon with a straight line, turns and just stares at Jake. Like, this is the person you betrayed.
You know?
Oh boy.
Sticking to my
This is what's
guns,
gonna
y'all.
turn Jake into a supervillain, I think.
Nope.
They pulled every other meaningful person from his life out of his mind. They put a name and a face to every person he's ever met. They learned a lot about the calligraphers from Tom by pulling it out of him. But every time they reached for the four of you, they could not get the image.
Lou's eyes are burning, and she's starting to cry, but she's trying not to cry. She's cool.
No, I mean, don't worry about it. You probably just forgot what you looked at. It's fine.
Slump is like you know, in the middle of trying to look at in the middle of trying to look at Jake like he's unimpressed, but then sees Lou, you know, fighting emotion, and then remembers his inexplicable hate for Tom, and just says,
What? Fuck him.
Right?
Fuck him.
The guy that saved you when you were feral, Slump, who brought you in from the cold and
Yeah, fuck that guy.
tried to nurture the humanity in you so that you didn't go crazy like the other Slump monsters.
Yeah, fuck him.
Read him stories at night so he could go to sleep.
Fed you bananas, brought you a Kevin.
Fuck him, dude.
Great.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Great.
That doesn't make me feel better at all.
Yeah, see? Fuck him, Lou.
All right, well,
I guess time to get fucking yo-yoing or something, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Makes sense to Slump.
all right. I've got one final warning for you.
Oh,
And that's that the four of you are going to need to make sure that you need to rely on each other's strengths. I think the task in front of you is too big for any one of you to take on. In fact, it might be too big for the four of you to take on unless you're unified. You need to make sure you use each other's strengths. You need to become a team. You need to believe in each other and rely on each other and have faith in each other. Use each other's tools and strengths and have them compensate for any flaws you might have. Because I think individually, there's no way you can do what's set out in front of you. But together, I truly think there's no way you can't succeed.
All right.
okay.
I mean, I can
Hey,
do
Dad.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'll be seeing you probably pretty soon. Thanks for stopping by.
Is that a threat?
Not really.
Is that a fucking threat?
Not
You fucking threatening me?
didn't mean to. Just trying to be
Fucking better
friendly.
not.
Just trying to be friendly,
See
Mr.
me
Slump.
read through the fuck does that mean?
I'm
huh?
just saying that.
Fucking ulterior motives here, huh?
No, I'm just saying
You
that I
sure things
watch
are
you all the
cheap, huh?
time.
Slump has eaten people's faces for less than
Like
that.
I'll probably see you when you won't see me, kind of deal.
Okay, motherfucker, we'll see about that. Slump will see you before you see him.
Well, I don't think that's true. I think I'll see you before you see me.
Well, you know what? We'll fucking see.
Well, I will see, but you won't see.
Yeah, oh, you'll fucking see before Slump sees.
No, you'll see before I see.
No, you'll see. No.
No.
Okay, there you go. You
Nope.
said that I'll see
Nope.
first. Okay.
No, you
deal.
said
Yep,
that. No, that's not at all.
fine.
That's
You
not
said
it at all.
Okay,
You
that's
said
fine.
the
Slump
other
agrees.
thing.
No, that's fine.
Wait, what did you
That's
say?
okay. Yep,
But what did
nothing.
you say?
Slump didn't say anything at all.
Oh. So,
And you just said the Slump will see you first. Okay, sounds good.
I think Locke leans into Lou, like Lou's just like, how often does this happen?
Like on every 30 minutes, about a 30-minute cycle.
Looked on his pocket watch, is like, that tracks.
Right?
That tracks.
It's like clockwork.
all right. You guys heading out then?
Yeah, yep. I suppose we will.
Yeah, I feel like we've overstayed our welcome here, man. We had free drinks on y'all. I learned fucking karate. We got some magic shit. You taught us a whole bunch of stuff. Did I just learn to crown weave, or did we just talk about it?
He actually taught you how.
Fuck yeah, all right.
And the weave itself
Karate
is
wizard.
relatively simple-ish.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I got it.
Exactly. but what you do with it is complex.
Oh,
Yeah, but you know how to do it.
neat.
Till next we meet.
I see no way this is gonna go bad.
Okay.
See you later, space bartender and space classes. Bye.
Till next we meet. Damn.
All right.
Yeah, see y'all.
Bye.
This is such a dramatic leaving.
So you guys leave, and as you open up the door, Volos is right there. He's like,
Oh shit.
no, he's not there.
I want that to be.
No, he's not there.
Punch through the ink and show him what he's done.
So you guys leave through the bar. You walk back up that long cave until you come through the jingly jangly strings of coins at the entrance. And you jingle jangle your way through the coins, and sure enough, there's Volos's portal to take you back into Tom's cave. Would you guys like to go through it?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, one last longing look at the coin curtain. And then back in the mess.
Yep. You look back at the coin curtain and you see the infinite space all around you with the gently tumbling asteroids all around and the brightly shining Brillin 1 and Brillin 2 planets off in the distance. And then you step through the portal and you're back in Tom's cave. And it seems a little bit more scorched than the last time you were there. And also Mason is standing there like fucking flabbergasted.
Mason, where is everybody?
Well, I'm not really sure. You see, apparently magic's real, so that's kind of a fucking crazy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Also, apparently, like, you guys can do it, and so could the other people here. One of them had flaming wings. That was crazy.
I mean, didn't we just pretty much tell you that? And you were like, nah, you're a bunch of dumbasses. Well, I guess fuck you, right?
Trust us.
To be fair, in almost every other instance of daily life, I would have been proven right.
That's true.
I
mean,
figured
yeah,
it was a
I'll
pretty
give
safe
you
bet.
that.
But in this one case, you're right. Fuck me. So.
Well, take your singular fuck and then let's mosey there, Chief.
All right,
We're
what are
gonna
we
learn
doing?
to do some yo. You ever yo-yo?
Not really. Mostly just like.
Let's roll.
All right, time to learn. Why are we yo-yoing? I'm not really sure. All right.
Can I, before we leave, can I look around and just try and see if there's anything? Because I'd love to be able to contact Tom and the folks. Is there anything they've left behind, like, that could help me with that?
You see gently drifting through the air a small piece of paper with a phone number on it, and it's fucking
How lucky!
Tom's fucking phone number. No,
Oh,
wait,
I
Tom
had
didn't
this
have a
already.
phone. It's Betty's phone number.
Oh my god.
Close enough.
I can't believe she would leave this lying around, but this is the best.
I add it to my contacts
Yeah.
with angel wings and a bunch of hearts.
Perfect. Yeah. So you have Betty's phone number.
What's up? Good day for Lou. All right, here we go.
Okay. So, what's the plan, guys? Where are you going? What you doing?
I mean, we're just gonna go to the Gleefin Glorfin Herfin bar, right? And do some yo-yo. Okay, so before this shit all happened, we were gonna stop by and give Kirby a dope cowboy hat as a gift.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to do that still? Because we took all of someone's fancy shit. I can't remember who.
The
Robot guy, man.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Because I have this like bejeweled gun that I was gonna give to Ma as a gift. I think it's in my notes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I like the idea of stopping in to see Kirby.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Curbs?
Yeah, I like curbs.
No shitting.
Sure, curbs.
Everyone keeps their shit in their bodies.
That's a weird request to make, but oddly
I mean,
necessary.
History has
Oddly
taught me, says
necessary.
Lou.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down with that. Let's go say hi to Kirby.
Okay. You guys want to head over to the law office in Quinton?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You guys are traveling through the streets of Quinton, and like this town, other than Steve Sports' Nash Bar, which is now basically rebuilt, and it's a little bit nicer than before.
I said the fucking insurance, man.
Yeah. Like the Steve Sports part, it's got like the double neon lights kind of thing. So all the letters have like the doubled back on it, so the big thick letters that say Steve Sports, Nash Club, or Nash Bar, Nash Club. And like the Steve Sports is in like hot pink and neon yellow, and then the sports club is, Nash Club is in like bright red. So I was thinking of the real thing. And you guys are walking through town. You see the Motherlode Bar, and like it's always just the same divey kind of grungy ass place in there. You can see through the saloon style doors into the Motherlode Bar, and you make your way down the streets until you see the law office, looking exactly as it always is, a little bit run down, but clean and functional. And you can see through the glass doors at the front that Clifford, the front desk attendant, is busy just working on paperwork.
Hey, Cliff, it's us.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey guys. I don't really remember what my voice was like, but I'm pretty sure it was something like this.
Sounds wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's right.
That's horrible.
I had voice surgery, so now it's what I sound like. It's been months, and I forgot that I haven't seen you in that long. What's up, guys?
Is the boss around? Is Sheriff Kirby in the office?
Yep.
Can we go see him?
Yep.
We got him. Okay, great. Here we go.
Okay, bye.
All right, good talk, man.
Good talk. Hey, any of you seen my gun? It was like taken out of my desk or something.
Nope, man, that sucks.
No, we wouldn't know anything about that. No.
Darn.
All right.
Did Arinda take it or no?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, I thought I know I offered it to her, but
Yeah, she took it. She was like, I don't think I really need this, but she took it anyways.
sentimental value.
Okay, yeah, and you guys walk into Kirby's office, and ever since the remodeling, there's some nice big glass windows in here. He kind of has a central view of the entire office in here. It's like his little fucking master room where he can observe all the goings on in the law office in Quinton. And he's got a nice hardwood desk in there and a couple wheelie chairs. And he's got a kind of a big, deep bucket seat wheelie chair for himself, but it's a little bit too deep for him. So it looks like it's kind of swallowing him a bit. And it's always like when he tries to like get out of it to come meet you guys at the door, like he's got to kind of rock himself out of it a little bit and fling his legs to kind of get himself out of it. And then when he goes back to sit down in it, what is that? Oh, never mind. Just got your connection to the server has been interrupted. Never mind. So yeah, he kind of has to like swing himself out, and then when he kind of brings you guys in and sits back down in his chair, like he sits down and then falls back in the rest of the way, and it kind of wheels backwards a bit, and he's got to try to wheel it back towards his desk, which is a whole lot more kind of swinging and kind of trying to get his momentum back until he kind of settles back into his giant bucket seat chair behind his desk.
I want to roll to dominate mind.
All right.
And we're back.
Yep.
I want him to shit his pants.
Yep. And what's the other command?
So was he trying to look cool when he was doing that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was trying to look super smooth.
I want him to shit his pants and start crying.
Okay. So you guys are sitting there, and Kirby very audibly shits himself and can't get out of his chair, and then he just starts crying.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, I'm long time no see, Curb. You need a minute?
I don't know why we did this.
fucking awesome. Slump
This is what we
clapping his
came
hands
for.
softly.
All right, so what can I do for you guys? I feel
Hey
so
man,
awful.
we just kind of came by to say hi.
Hi. I was so happy to see you, but now I feel so sad all of a sudden, and I can't get out of my chair, and I'm all covered in shit.
Oh, that's really forthcoming.
Well, you guys are my friends, and I trust you.
Well, you shouldn't. I love you, but you shouldn't.
You guys are my only friends. I don't have a choice.
Oh no.
Slump is clapping his hands and says,
No one wants to be the baby man's friend.
God damn it. Oh my god.
Culture cries a little bit.
What can I do for you guys?
Oh, I mean, we just kind of came by to see how you were and drop off a gift.
I was
you
doing
need a
pretty
minute,
great. No, I'm
you
good
can
now.
take a minute. Are you sure?
I'm fine now. I feel much better.
Feels like you need a minute.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with it if you're okay with it.
I mean,
Yeah,
no.
you're okay with it, right? Yeah, you're pretty okay with it. I think we're all okay here.
All right. I guess I'll just give him the big fucking bejeweled hat.
Oh my God! Look at that hat! Man, I bet it's just the size for me. And he puts it on and it's way too fucking big. I was right!
Perfect fit, man.
Perfect!
We saw it and I just couldn't think anybody but you, and we needed to get it to you ASAP.
It looks kind of like a bad guy hat, though.
What? No. Isn't it white and covered with gems and shit?
I think it's... Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I just feel like it's a bad guy hat.
Maybe it's got an aura. Do you want me to cleanse it?
Could you do that for me? I'd appreciate that. I don't want to wear a bad guy hat. I'm a good guy.
I take the hat and I cover it in a scarf, and then I rip the scarf off really fast.
There you go.
And like when you do that, like he kind of like falls back further into his chair a little bit, and it kind of wheels away and spins slowly backwards so that the back of the chair is facing you.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh my God! Hold on, just a sec." All right.
Just spin it back around.
Thank you. All right, yeah, sure. Oh wow, it's all cleansed. I can tell it's not a bad guy hat anymore. Well, hot diggity damn! Thank you so much.
How things been, man?
Pretty good. You know, couple criminals here and there. Nothing old Sheriff Kirby can't handle, or my troopers.
How's the mayor?
Great.
Cool.
I don't talk to her all that much. I don't think she likes me.
Oh, that's I'm sure that's not the case.
I'm sure that's not the case. She's just very busy.
Yeah. But okay, that's good. She's still mayor. That's good. I mean, of course she would be. Why would she not be mayor? It's not like mayor's changed, but
Exactly. Of course she's still the mayor. What a weird thing to say.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, things are pretty good here. You guys want something? I got nothing.
Oh.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll take some of that nothing, man.
You got it. Anything else?
We're going. You mentioned earlier. You met when we last talked, maybe about Eltham. We're gonna go there.
Oh wow, that's like 30 sessions ago.
With long memory. Well,
It was a long time ago. Yeah, they're still having like a hell of a lot of problems.
what did you remember? What? Sorry, go ahead, Slump.
Can Slump show you a magic trick that he learned?
It's probably gonna hurt me really bad, but I mean,
No.
you're also my only friend, so sure, why not, Slump?
Okay, it's a disappearing coin trick, okay?
Okay.
I want Slump to pull out his dirt coin and says,
But Slump's gotta hide it somewhere first.
I want him to look at Kirby's desk and say,
Can Slump have the key to open your desk?
I mean, yeah, sure, here you go.
I want Slump to open the desk, drop the coin in for a second, look for Kirby's stapler, eat it really loudly, and then pull his coin back out and say,
See?
I mean, I think that was a disappearing stapler trick more than a disappearing coin trick.
No, Slump never saw a stapler at all.
Oh,
You call Slump a liar?
Okay. Classic good one, Slump.
Thanks, Mr. Baby Boy Dog.
Boy, you guys are so good to me every time you come here. But just a sec, I'm falling away from the chair again. I think this office is on a slope or something. Just a sec. Oh, I pulled something. Oh God. Oh, my leg is gone. Oh, just a sec. Okay, no, it's fine. We're fine. No problem. Don't help me. This is okay. Yeah. So yeah, Eltham's got some problems. They got like rat problem.
A rat problem?
Yeah, rats.
You mean like literal, like rodents, rats?
Yeah, that's what I hear. They got like a bunch of rats running around.
And that was dire enough that you brought it to our attention back when you did?
Well, at that point, I didn't think there were any major problems. So it was like
Okay.
rats and bandits, and apparently there's a lot of rats.
All right.
You guys gonna go there and help them with their rat problem?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, why were you going there?
Nothing else. Nope, rats, that's why.
Definitely rats and not something else illegal?
Yep.
Yep,
Rat only.
just rats.
Okay, because sometimes you guys do illegal things, but you were just going there for rats, right?
Are you accusing Teeny Tot of being a criminal?
I did watch you murder a homeless man after turning him into a monster and then eat his dead body. So I did observe that with my own eyeballs once.
I don't remember that, man.
I also remember you guys buying illegal drugs.
You want that to happen to you, fuckface?
No, not really. I would really like that not to happen.
Then you watch your fucking tone.
Okay. I mean, I kind of only have this one manly tone, but so
okay.
I'll try to tone it
All
down.
right. All right, Mr. Baby Bitch Boy.
Is this better?
That's
That's a better
worse.
tone, Mr.
No,
Slump.
keep it right there, man. That's good.
Okay.
Significantly worse.
I will just treat you guys with my
Significantly
inside
worse.
voice.
Yeah, just keep it right there. That's good. That's good.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I gotta kind of hold my breath to do this. It hurts.
No, you're good, man. Just to keep it up.
Okay. You guys need anything else?
I mean, at this point, I just want to see how long you're gonna do it. Damn, that hat looks fucking good on you, though, man.
It sure does. It kind of rides down onto my ears and a little bit in front of my eyes sometimes, but I think that's part of the allure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree.
You guys need anything on your way to Eltham?
Nah.
Oh no.
No?
Wait, do we?
I don't know. You guys want like a gun? I trust you.
Oh. If you're offering guns.
Yeah, I can give you a gun.
All right.
Here's my gun.
Oh.
All right. Thanks, man.
You don't need that?
Well, I mean, I need it, but you guys seem like you need it more. Also, you're like my only friend, so what wouldn't I give you?
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Hey, Clifford, I'm gonna need a requisition for another gun. I lost mine.
There you go. I was gonna ask Clifford and myself, but that's good. He's on it. It's fine.
All right. Well, thanks for the hat, guys. Anything else you want, or are you just moseying on?
I mean, I just want to stop by and give y'all a gift, man. I'm good.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Very fancy hat.
Here you go. All right. Well, all the best.
Yeah, you want a souvenir from? You want a souvenir or something from Eltham?
Yeah, bring me a book. I hear they got a lot of books there. Maybe you bring me back a book. I learned something.
All right.
And I'll be the smartest sheriff in Quinton.
I mean, you already are. Come on now.
That's right. I already am. I also think I'm the only sheriff in Quinton.
That does help.
Well,
That is true. Not much competition at your level.
But I think somehow I may also not be the smartest sheriff in Quinton.
Even
But
still.
we can change that with a
That
book.
also sounds the truth. Well,
I think we could change that with a book.
well,
I could learn something, then I'd be smarter.
well,
And I'd be the smartest one.
well.
Maybe bring me back 2 books.
Yeah, maybe a couple.
Maybe bring me back a couple books, and then I'd
Maybe
be
we will start with the ones that you can draw in.
okay. That'd be great. boy, then I get real smart.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Lou backs out of the door.
I think he tries to get up to help you guys out, and like it just kind of spins his chair around and rolls him backwards into the room. And then he like bumps into a plant that he had in a pot in the corner of his room, and he tries to like push himself off the plant. Like he kind of grabs the plant and tries to push himself off it to get over to the door to help you guys out. And then by the time he finally wheels himself over there, you guys are gone and you're out of the building.
That is everything I've ever wanted from a Kirby interaction.
Okay. And now you guys...
To Eltham, I guess?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I try and before we go, just because we're about to do a new thing, can I try and do a premonition?
Yes, you can.
I feel like we've done one for Eltham already, but that's okay.
Yep.
Oh, do you want to do a wombo combo thing?
Oh, yes.
Because I have in my notes, like the end of last session before the other Lou also taught me how to do, or wait, no, maybe it was Tom. I don't fucking know. Someone taught me how to do like the scrying thing, but like scry adjacent.
Oh, right.
So like, what are you kind of hunting for?
So we're going to see the Yo-Yo Boys, but am I remembering correctly when the last vision we had was just the whole town turning into slump monsters because of the spice?
Yep.
Okay. I want to just know, I guess, where they're at with that. Like if there's if there's any like immediate danger. Has it become more imminent, and is it like connected to a spot? Is there any more direction I can get from that initial terrible vision?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So roll for your premonition, and Jake, roll use magic. Ooh, boy.
Ooh, nice one.
Okay.
Do I include my super wizard shit in that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's good. So that takes it from the partial success up to the full success, which is basically the same thing as last time, where this like nova of ink goes out as Lou's vision kind of expands, and it's rough and it's rugged. And Jake, as you feel it pass by you, you grab a hold of it and you feel the bumps and these kinks in this nova of vision that leaves Lou, and you start weaving out the bumps and kinks in it until it's a smooth vision. And I guess I was just going to say you see the same vision again, but you gave me more qualifiers on what you want to see. So you want to see whether it's more imminent or
like, did we wait too long? His shit already started to go south, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, and whether there's a central point, like whether it's coming from a spot kind of thing somehow. Like patient zero.
So I think you kind of return to your old vision. So you see these slump monsters tearing down the buildings and tearing down the city. And then it kind of starts to rewind and all the people go back to being normal people. And then your vision kind of moves and it looks at the university in the center of town.
Oh.
And it goes inside, and it goes up and down through passages, up and down stairwells, through windows. It teleports through walls and floors, and you can't tell where you are until you see a man sitting beside a medical table. And there's a body on the table. And this man has a switch in his hand, and he's flipping the switch.
Frankenstein.
And the body starts twitching. And you can tell that this vision is directly to do with the origin of the spice.
Wait a second. The origin of the spice itself? Not like is he making spice?
That's just what you see and what you know.
Holy flippin'. Okay, Hulu's writing frantically as she has this vision and shares it with the team.
And then you couldn't make too much detail out on the man. All you could see was he had these big round glasses that shone, that like reflected the bright light from the light on top of the medical table.
What? Was he bald?
You couldn't really see. You could only barely see the front of his face, just barely illuminated.
Is it Ick? No. Is it? It is,
I'm
right?
not telling you anything.
Ick Frankenstein himself.
Frankenstein!
Well, we're not out of the gothic yet, boys.
Wait, what?
What?
It's gothic. It's like Mary Shelley's thing. And it's bad. We should go there.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, where are we going?
Eltham?
Oh, the university. Yeah, at Eltham. Yeah. Maybe check in with the Yo-Yo Boys first, I guess.
All right.
All right.
But I think that, as you can see by my scribblings,
You saw everything I saw via the writing down.
Yeah, so everyone has that exact same information now.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are headed to Eltham?
Yeah. Okay.
Or in the university, I guess.
Okay, and you guys are taking Lou's ship to fly there, or are you driving there, or what's the... How are you getting there?
You guys want to fly?
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Because you guys have succeeded enough times on the shrinking and expanding of Lou's ship, I'm not going to make you guys roll for that anymore. So you guys can just do it. Galdrick knows exactly how to load his gun, how to wiggle his gun, and how to shoot these shrinking and expanding bullets. And sure enough, you expand the ship, it takes off, and you guys start flying your way to Eltham. I don't know if you guys ever got exact directions how to get there.
Hackjack maps?
Oh,
Hacky sack hackjack maps.
yeah.
Slap snacks.
Yeah, you load up the hack slap network, hackjack network, and you get hacky slap maps. And sure enough, it's not. You can see that it was last updated like 8 hours ago, so it's not updated very frequently. So you can't get like current traffic conditions or current weather or anything like that. But you can see how to get from one city to the next city. So you guys start making your way there, and it's a couple hours. It's a couple-hour flight. Is there anything that you guys would like to do during the flight, or do you want to just arrive there?
I can't really think of much else that we could do. Maybe talk to the ick mushroom and explain what we just saw, or what Lou just saw, and
Oh, nice.
ask him.
Yeah,
ask him
I
if he
think
can-
all of us just went Frankenstein in our brains. I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pop out Frankenstein.
Yep.
Oh, hello. It's been so long since I talked to you all. It seems like it's been a million years. How are you all doing?
Hey, Lou Dog, can you talk to the weird vegetable?
Hey, weird vegetable. We missed you so.
That's great. My name is Ick. You all know that. You remember
I'm
me.
sorry. I was going with the flow. I apologize.
Also, mushrooms are not vegetables.
You're a weird yicky carrot.
No, I'm not a carrot. I'm a mushroom. I'm an
Weird
ick
gross
mushroom.
Carrot. Yuck.
No, not a carrot. Carrot would be gross.
Yuck. You're gross.
I'm a poop vegetable.
Ew.
Mushrooms grow on poop.
Okay, you know what? Enough about the vegetable. Mr. Lou Dog, can you tell him?
So guess what? We're going to this place, and
We're going to a
there's
place and
nine-
going to do something.
That's right. You got it in one.
That's great. You can put me away, then.
Well, also, once we get to the
That's
place
a
to
very
do the
fun
thing.
game that we played, and I won it.
Well, you are very talented. But also, there's a guy with glasses, not unlike your old glasses, seeming to, try and do something with the body via a switch, and when he flips the switch, the body moves. It's crazy, right?
Frankenstein!
That's what I thought.
Someone's made a Frankenstein. Oh, I remember when I tried to make a Frankenstein.
Jake thought that too. We were all, yeah.
I couldn't
What do
do
you
it, and
think
then
that-
I lost my body, and I'm a mushroom.
Can you describe a Frankenstein to us?
Yeah, it's a dead body and you zap it with lightning and then it's a Frankenstein.
Wow, okay, great.
That's a Frankenstein.
Why would someone want to do that?
They're very strong and powerful. And because I don't know, I just make them. Theoretically, because they're not made of ink, you could stick a sealing nail in it and it wouldn't be sealed. It could just keep coming.
Oh, that's bad.
So it's kind of a way around the calligraphers.
Oh yeah, I feel like we figured that out once upon a time. Maybe like slightly different. I thought they were gonna use them as batteries or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You pretty much already figured that out a long time ago, but then you forgot, and now I remind you.
Yeah, I mean, good on you. I guess it's been through.
Very smart.
Yep.
Okay, so what do we do to kill a Franken's hammer?
I think you can just smash it really lots until it's little bitty pieces.
But then doesn't it come back because it's all inky?
There's no ink in it. There's no ink at all. It just is.
But I thought you said that it got sealed with all the ink inside of it.
No, you can't seal it.
Oh.
It's just a dead body that's brought back to life with no ink. So there's no unweaving and there's no sealing. It's just a dead body that walks around and punches things.
Would it ever start to rot?
Probably. It's just a body.
So that's a weakness.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
probably wait 100 years and then it would stop punching because it fell apart.
Oh, that doesn't sound so bad then.
Yeah.
Just wait it out.
Just
Yeah,
wait. Maybe you
yeah.
could all come to my little pocket universe. And we could
Nope,
all wait in there. Maybe you could become mushrooms too.
not interested in
We all
that.
get planted in the same plant.
Nope, that's gross.
That's a little.
Maybe
Nope.
you all come live in my mushroom.
Nope, not
we're not
interested
ready
in
for
that. though. Yeah, that's nope, no thank you.
All right. Well, maybe when you reconsider, we can all do that.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but also probably not. But
Yes,
maybe.
but maybe.
Don't hold your
Yep.
breath, I guess, is what we're
Yeah,
saying.
man. No, I'll give you a firm maybe on that.
Yeah, hooray! We are living the mushroom, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's could do. Could happen.
Could happen. We could all live in some mushrooms. That's wonderful.
That's right.
I've been redecorating my little pocket space.
Oh, gross. Yep.
I oozed all over it.
Oh,
It's basically the only thing I can do now because I'm a stupid mushroom.
Stupid. I don't know. Don't get down on yourself.
To be fair, I'm kind of a genius mushroom, actually.
no.
Yeah, I mean, you're minded as shit. We forgot.
Yeah.
Compared to other mushrooms, I'm a fucking genius.
Whoa. Language.
What? Other mushrooms can't even
Genius
talk. Of
is
course I'm a genius compared to the other mushrooms. What the hell kind of metric are you using to compare mushroom intelligence?
Quality of thought, not loudness of voice.
Oh, I see. Slump has become sassy.
See? Come on. Mr. fucking gross mushroom.
All right, I'm done talking. You can just put me back in my pocket universe now. I've got to
Put him
ooze
back
the
in his
place
pocket
more.
universe.
Amazing.
Okay.
Just let him ooze, guys. Let him ooze.
Let him move.
Okay. Anything else before you guys arrive?
Just gonna practice yo-yoing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Slump will try that too, I guess, to at least get a basic routine to add to the ambient noise as Jake is flying all over the goddamn room off the walls and shit.
I've got most of it out of my system.
Okay.
Be the support yo-yoers.
And right now, from this point forward, it's like an episode of Power Rangers. Every time I move my hand, I'm going like.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody roll 2d6 plus 1 if you took a fancy yo-yo, and this is to develop your yo-yo skill.
Cool.
Hey.
Okay, you all get plus 1 yo-yo. So
Nice.
if you guys are asked to perform in a yo-yo show, you will be able to add plus 1 to that roll.
Nice.
Update the old stat sheet.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing for me.
Yeah, that's it that I can think of.
Yeah, I'm good. We'd all just quietly stare at each other and yo-yo for 3 hours.
All right.
Do we happen to have a recording of the music they used for the yo-yo show? Because I think we should definitely. Wait, what?
Are they well regarded? Maybe we show up with that same music and Ma's like, oh god.
Oh, like you use Bonnie and Kelly's music and they're like, oh no, that's the Bonnie and Kelly dance.
Yeah.
But see, that'll set the expectations real low, man.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, hit them with that. They'll be like, oh no, this bullshit. And then we fucking crush it. And they'll be like, oh, what?
It's very good
I'm telling you, that's our soundtrack, y'all.
Good call.
Yeah, I'll say sure. Yeah, you guys snagged Bonnie and Kelly's music.
Yes.
I will make a note. Make sure to put Ice Flow on playlists. So if you guys want to do a fucking yo-yo show, I'll make sure you guys got the music for it.
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys begin to approach Eltham, you guys see these two large marble pillars kind of a fair distance away from the buildings, and there's a big kind of iron wrought gate extending from these pillars, not all the way around the town, but kind of guarding the entrance area, and then these big swinging iron wrought gate doors in between the two marble pillars themselves. And then to the left hand side of these pillars, you see a sign that says, "Welcome to Eltham, the home of intelligence and academia." And to the right, you see a guard standing next to the gate. They have a gas mask on, and they're carrying a laser long rifle. But what really strikes you is that over the radio, there is a no-fly zone warning. That flight is not permitted within like a large radius around the town and above it at all. And then you see beside the guard one of those sections of the TAC vehicles with the antennas going up. And you know that this is what prevented you from flying in far water. This is one of those devices that just straight up prevents flight above and around the town.
Gotcha.
Jeez.
And the guard is wearing some pretty heavy equipment. They are dressed like a TAC officer in many ways. However, what you notice is that on their shoulder, there is no white TAC badge. And in fact, on their chest, you can see a law badge.
Uh-oh.
And on his head is a law trooper hat.
Oh, it looks like the TAC has taken over the law here.
Did Kirby ever mention he knew the law from this area?
He did. He said that Sheriff Saul was in charge of things.
Saul, all right. Yo, we better call Saul.
I think.
Oh my god.
I believe what he said was that it's Saul and the 9 Sams. If he didn't say that, then retcon, he did tell you, because Saul is the sheriff, and the 9 troopers of the town are all named Sam.
Man.
Guys, I kind of think I want to fly back a little ways out of their vision and then park the ship, shrink it, and then walk back in so that they don't know the ship is ours, maybe?
All right.
Okay, just for caution.
I'm down with that.
Sure.
Also, it looks kind of fancy. Galdrick,
Huh.
you wear a suit,
Uh-huh.
you know? Is there anything we should do to be more fancy and less embarrassing while we're in there?
Monocles.
Oh.
They
Do I have
go a
anything
long
in my
way to they go a long way to class you up.
All right, all right. Now, do monocles need to be prescription, or can they just be made of like miscellaneous things?
They can be made of whatever. They're usually just plastic.
Oh, great.
Man, keeping it classy. I mean, y'all, we're still like deputies or whatever from Barfsworth. Do we want to use that as an in?
I'm nervous about that because of the tack thing. Because if the tack is taken over, it might be that the law killing thing has already happened. And so any law. What do you think?
I mean, for one, I guess I didn't think of it that way. I was thinking it was an in, but yeah, I guess they might just straight up murder us. That'd be a way to figure out without a doubt, I guess.
If only we could send in a dummy. Not Kirby.
Could Mr. Billy Dog do it?
I can get Bill.
Oh, Bill, right.
I don't really know if I feel right using him as like, just a guinea pig, No, I'm just kidding. I'm perfect. I'm fine with it. It's fine.
Oh.
You mean to bring him down now?
Well, sure. Let me just park and maybe walk closer so we're in range.
Okay, so
Walk in range.
this ship kind of like flies in line of sight and then like does a Yui and flies away. And then very shortly after, a measurable distance, people just start walking towards town as if they had walked across the desert from another town.
Nope.
And the guard is looking at you, takes off their hat and starts scratching their head. They're like, what the fuck?
Lovely day.
Are you close enough to talk to him?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I was going to say yes.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, if you want to go up and talk to him, you're more than welcome to.
Did we want to send Bill in first? Now I'm nervous.
Hey,
No, I
look up at the sky and I'm like, hello?
Yes, sir.
Send down Bill. Make him classy.
Oh goodness, I've got to warn you. You can't keep burning through the bills. There's like a warranty.
No, this
on
one's
them.
this one's gonna be fine. This one's gonna be fine. This
Are
one's
you sure, sir?
No, just send it down.
Betty doesn't burn through
It's
her
a
buildings
write-off.
like that.
Just send it down.
All right, sir. I'm sending this one down, but I swear, if he comes back covered in fecal matter or whatever it was like last time, I'm making you clean it up.
2 times that happened.
Yes, but I had to clean it both times, and I'm so sick of it. All right, 1 building coming down.
All right.
Hello, big boy.
Hey, I need you to. What do we need him to do? Go talk. What do we need? We gonna go talk to those guys? Is that what we're gonna do?
Pretend to be a sheriff or a law person, just a law person.
Okay, Bill, I need you to go talk to those guards over there, and I need you to tell them that you're a sheriff. Really fucking sell it.
And what you want me to do after that? Just come up and say, hello, I'm a sheriff?
If they're mean to you, try to kill them. If they're nice to you, only hurt them a little. Okay, don't hurt them at all. Don't hurt them at all if they're nice to you.
Oh, okay. Just a little bit. Get a little nibble.
Yeah. We're just looking for a genuine reaction. We just want to see if they shoot you in the face. This is kind of a dangerous mission.
Oh. Okay. Can I take the bus?
You know what? I look over at Jake. I'm like, can you take the bus?
I guess, yeah. If I shit, here, hold on. I'll whip him up a bus real quick,
All right.
I guess.
Yep, no, you weave up a bus.
1 meat bus coming up.
Oh my god.
Got it.
Now we're talking. Okay. Now I go. Good to go say hi.
Good luck.
Hey.
I want him to
Fucking button. I want him to cruise up and just beep his little horn, and then get the attention of whatever officer it is that's right there.
Yep. So there's a guard there standing there. He's got like a gas mask on and a long laser rifle. And as you approach, he kind of tips his cap. And he says, "Well, howdy there."
Hello, big boy. Just want you to know I'm a big important sheriff, okay?
Well, what town you from?
Bill Dingville.
Bill Dingville. Well, hell, I ain't never heard of that. Must be on like the southern continent or something. But
Yeah, it's pretty south.
pretty south. Wow. What'd you make it? What'd you come up here for?
Oh, you know how it is. Need to double check things.
Of course. Them
I
things
lean,
need
over to
double
Lou, I
checking.
lean over to Lou and I just like, this is falling apart.
I'm really nervous.
You know what?
Should
It's your no. You know what? Just let him keep going. He's got this.
Okay.
Well, hey, do you feel mean?
Do I feel mean?
Do you feel mean?
Hell no. I protect all the civilians and especially other members of the law. Hey, can I see your badge?
Yes, you can.
I want him to get into his bus and just start driving back towards the party. Just like slowly, that is barely faster than like a walking pace.
Yeah. And like the guy kind of starts walking after the bus a little bit. He's like, hey, your bus is kind of like, you need to, did you maybe leave your, all right, you just come back whenever you want there.
And I guess Bill will drive back to the to the party and say,
Oh my God, don't know what you're so worried about. He's a great guy. He seemed really nice to me. I tell him I'm a sheriff and he say blah, blah, blah.
The best scout ever.
I say to him, guess what? I'm a real cop. I'm a cop in Bill Dingville. And he say, oh yeah? And I say, oh yeah. And then he go blah, 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 blah. And then I come back.
Shit. Killed it, man.
Yeah, sounds okay.
I send him immediately back up to the butler before there's a single scratch on him, and I go, see?
Oh my goodness, this is just so. Oh, all right. Well, he seems a little bit wound up. You did take him out for a walk, right? Like you.
Nope. You need to shower him. You need to bathe him and bed him.
All right. Well, thank you for sending him back, Howell.
Make sure to burp him extra hard.
Of course, Mr. Goldrick. Thank you very much. Okay.
Great.
all right.
Seems safe.
I mean, all right.
Oh, maybe. Let's play it by ear.
What would it be?
Maybe you should look through your little goggly dogs and make sure no one's gonna erase our brainy dogs like Mr. Blarbin.
Oh, okay. I turn on my third eye and see if the guards are, if we get close enough to see them, if there's any weird weaving happening.
Yeah, you get like close enough and you turn on your goggles and you see Volo's there and he's like, no, he's not there.
Boy. Oh, Jesus.
No, it looks like just a normal dude. He's leaking a normal, non-weird amount.
Okay, and he's not. Yeah, I don't see.
Put on your goggles and look at the other colors.
Oh, okay. Oh, 1 second.
Flip. And I flip through all the colors.
Yep, nope, nothing. All good.
Oh, it seems to be okay.
When in Farwater though, was there anything inkily apparent when the people were mind controlled?
The mind controlled people, not so much, but the butlers, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, they're not like those round-headed, terrible guys from Garvin's place. So they're not like that. I cannot tell you if they are mind controlled, though.
Okay.
Well,
Slump
take our
doesn't
chances?
know. Slump doesn't know too much. Slump can't really say. Slump's kind of fucking dumb. A little bit on the dumb side.
I mean, shit, I was talking without pushing my button. Sorry. I mean, you didn't really catch anything in other rings. You're not. I don't know, man. I kind of trust your brain. If you're not seeing anything, I may just not be anything.
yeah, I think if we're just cautious, I don't think we need to. You know what? I would say let's not pose to be anybody distinctive. Let's just be nondescript citizens that they forget as soon as they met them. Boring as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just be honest. We're coming in to go to this. Is this bar known for anything?
Let me see. I'll look it up on my phone.
It was in the
With their
labor.
Yelp review.
It was in the labor quarter. So it's got like 2 out of 5 stars. because all the reviews are from like these hoity-toity people, and they talk about how the hoppiness of the beers were overpowered by the thickness of the glass that you couldn't get a proper drink out of, and it wasn't like aerated properly whilst pouring, and how the chairs were not ergonomically designed, and your feet had no feet rests, and all that stuff. And then there's a couple like 5-star reviews that are like, burger's good, beer's good.
Solid.
So you get the feeling there are two very different types of people giving reviews to this place.
It's a bar of the people.
I mean, yeah. What's our cover story? I guess.
Traveling. Just looking for work.
Yo-yo dogs. If the yo-yo dogs are in there, then they can't be illegal in the town.
Well, they were in Farwater. Or wait. They were definitely in Quinton. They were there, and they were illegal there.
Were they?
Yeah, as gang members, they were doing crimes.
Well, maybe we should ask the policey dog man if the yo-yo boys are allowed.
Just if their activities are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can always ask.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Man.
You can frame it with an easy out.
Hey, Mr. Man.
Yeah, hello there, citizen. What can I do for you?
We're yo-yo boys.
Nope.
Oh.
He means.
Well, hey. No. Hey,
I'm a yo-yo boy.
listen. Okay. Listen. You know the laws. No doing crime. Right?
Uh-huh.
No doing crime. And as long as you ain't doing crime in there, hey, it's all cool by me. I don't care. I don't care who you affiliate with, but as long as you do your crime somewhere else, this is a clean town, all right?
Don't worry, we come from a group called the Good Boy Yo-Yo Dogs, and our motto is, honest twine, don't do the crime.
Yes.
Well, there you
do
go.
The scout salute in the background.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll trust any honest twine, but unfortunately, I can't let you in the town.
Why?
Oh, there's like a major problem. Major situation there. Can't let you in.
What's the situation?
It's like a major big problem. Lots of big bad, and just ain't safe for civilians to be around in.
Well, we were contracted by the Blorgan bar, and unless you can tell us why we're not allowed in, I'm gonna have to deduct the down payment out of your pay.
Why don't you roll to manipulate someone?
Let's see.
Which I think would be plus charm, but for you is plus weird.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Someone roll to help out.
Yeah,
Is that a pass?
Unless it's bad.
6 is a fail, but one more will make it a pass.
Okay.
I would help, but I feel not very cool about things. Well, I
Nice
feel
thing is you don't have to be cool.
Medium cool.
Oh, I thought help out was cool.
That's right. You're right. Help out is. Manipulate isn't.
I feel not the worst cool, but not the best. How are you guys feeling cool wise?
As you said, we're contractors. I'll flip open my phone and like go into my pocket and pull out that crumpled up piece of paper that has like my fake deputy number on it and some random person's signature.
Yeah.
And I'll just like open my phone to a random pile of notes and like flip that paper around and be like, "Yep, we got all contract paperwork in order. Everything's all fucked up in here though, y'all. So I mean, like, it's not printed out, but if you can get us in there and everything, get their shit situated, we'll get you a print copy."
All right, roll to help out.
Michael's also not good. Oh, my little thing doesn't apply to this either. Fuck.
Can I help out his help out?
By the rules, no, but I would love for you to try.
I just want to awkwardly come up behind him and start giving him a shoulder massage.
Perfect. Roll at disadvantage.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I don't know what the fuck my cool is.
Oh boy.
You know what?
Okay. Okay. So somehow this short guy, I don't know how I guess you massage his lower back? You're pretty short.
Yeah, it's true. Yep, right above the buttocks.
So you kind of reach up from behind him and start massaging his lower back, which somehow puts him at ease a little bit. And he starts looking at Jake on his phone with a little bit more regard. And then he looks back at Slump with a little bit more regard.
And while he's doing that, I want Slump to cast Soothe. Which is where as long as he talks, the person feels soothed, and he's just going to be going.
The fuck?
Just while staring at him.
Oh my god. Okay. Then he's like, wow, well, I mean, this is, I guess. I mean, hell, do you guys, I mean, I gotta warn you, it's real dangerous in there. You guys okay to deal with the rats?
Yeah, of course, but we're just wondering what the problem is.
Oh, it's rats, man. They got the plague or something.
Oh, you fucking baby.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I mean, like,
rats.
a lot of people have died, and a whole bunch of people are sick. So,
How are they getting sick? What do they look like?
what does who look like? What do the sick people look like? What do the rats look like?
What are the
Sick people.
symptoms?
Both. Sick people and the rats. What are the symptoms? What's the gestation period? How long does it last? How sick do they look?
Yeah, well, the virula sporulitis has an incubation period of around 673 to 724 hours with a
interesting.
phase 2 to phase 3 transmission intergraph of the around 3.6 colony forming units.
Slump's nose starts to bleed.
So does his. Yeah, so no, yeah, the people get bit and then they get real weak. They just kind of like fall over. They feel real bad. They can't really do anything and they just kind of stay in bed. And we keep them on fluids. A lot of people are pretty okay, but they get real weak. A couple people have just died. And the rats, they mostly look like rats. They're foaming at the mouth, like they're all feral-like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We're trying to burn them out, but there's a lot of rats.
Gross.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
So it's dangerous, right? So I think the first thing you should do is go to the law office, right? You gotta get a hazmat suit. Sheriff Saul can get you all suited up, tell you where the dangerous areas are.
Did you say Sheriff Sog?
Saul. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Saul. Yeah. You got it. Saul.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
perfect.
look towards the fourth wall and I say, "What the fuck is this episode?"
Yeah, just go talk to Sheriff Saul and he'll get you all squared away.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Thanks
All
for
right,
nothing, fuckface.
Okay, great. Well, now you guys can all just get lost. I ain't opening the gate for you.
No, he's sorry. He didn't mean it.
Slump wasn't talking to you. Slump was talking to his friend.
Oh, that's a mean way to talk to your friend.
Yeah, he's very mean to me. He's
That's why you're not my friend.
Up.
Okay.
I kind of like would curl around his neck like a cat, just like.
Suit yourself, Mr. Poopy Pants.
Just glance down at chat and I see Yendar saying, "Can I just cut this into a 30-minute recap and a please stand by for next week?"
It's probably smart.
Probably smart.
That's fair.
Cut out all the bad stuff. Shit, there's only 5 minutes left. Yeah. So yeah, he punches in a keypad code into the marble fucking pillar, and the iron rock gate just starts to swing open. He says, "Hey, that's crazy! You guys walked across the whole desert from here. Was that you guys in the ship?"
Nope.
Nope.
Damn, what a coincidence! You guys see a ship fly by?
Nope.
Nope.
Yep,
Oh,
past us.
no.
Nope, not fine.
Oh no, I think I might have got bit.
Oh, you should watch that.
Time to check yourself in, idiot.
Do you want us to end it now?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna survive. Like, it doesn't kill me.
Are you ready to pass?
I am not ready to pass. I ain't even close to ready. I feel fine, other than seeing spaceships.
You don't look fine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When the people who die, do you notice any similarities between them?
Some of them are. I don't know. A lot of them are law enforcement.
Great.
Okay. That's well. Stay safe.
All right, I will.
Okay. Good chatties.
And
I
you
guess
guys
let's go to the sheriff's Sal's office.
I misread that situation, Jake. You were right. We could have just been log eyes.
I mean, there's no way you could have known. Fuck it.
I get nervous.
So you guys enter the town, and you notice that the streets are very nice. The roads are cobblestone. They don't need to be. They're hover vehicles. They don't need any sort of niceness to the roads that they hover along. But these are nice cobblestone, and the sidewalks are very evenly paved. There are a large number of clean and upkept storefronts. This is not a temporary town. This is not a mining town. This is a town that will persist even as the entire planet progresses. More effort and time is put into the buildings themselves. They're clean. A lot of them are metal or cement. Everything here has a very strong sense of permanence to it. Every now and then you see a couple of very well-made hover vehicles, not broken down jalopies, not rickety rust bucket pickup trucks. Really nice, well-made hover vehicles, probably imported from one of the other more established planets. But the streets and sidewalks are virtually empty. There's almost no one here whatsoever. And as you start walking through these kind of eerily quiet streets, you at one point see 3 troopers, 3 very official, very kind of heavily equipped looking trooper law officers with hazmat suits, hard helmets, heavy gloves and boots, wielding flamethrowers, kind of marching through the streets, blasting spurts of flames into darkness, down vents, down alleyways. And you guys are making your way to the law office. And since it's just about 10 o'clock, we'll leave on this one last note. Because as you're walking, Jake, you feel a presence beside you. And when you look to the side, you see the hooded figure with the face that you cannot make out through the darkness, with the long, creepy fingers and the wide palms, kind of open up a portal beside you. And Volos says,
"Hello, Jake."
Oh, hey, what up, man? How you been?
Pretty good. I understand you had a meeting with Lou 2.
Lou who now?
The one you call Lou 2. Out with his little friend Locke in his little bar on the edge of wherever. And I think you guys talked about something rather interesting. I want you to tell me everything you heard.
I don't know, man.
Jake, I think you could do this for me as a favor.
I do owe him a favor, don't I?
you do owe him a favor, and he is calling it in.
Oh, God.
So we'll pick that up next time. To give you a little bit of time to think about what you might want to say. But
all right,
it is the favor that absolutely binds you to give him an honest and truthful response to everything that you heard when you were there. And you can try to be a little bit clever. I'm going to give you time to think about it, write it, and try to do, you know, as much justice as you can, but know that lies by misdirection or explicit omission won't be allowed. But I'm going to give you time to be a little bit clever about it if you want. But this is going to be a tough one. This is like a Harry Potter unbreakable vow kind of thing. So you can be a little bit clever, but for the most part, this is calling in the favor.
Favor I owe him from something I've already claimed, or he gives me something for this favor?
He broke Orinda free from Garvin for this.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's okay if you can't really think of a clever way around it. This is a tough one to get around. I just want to give you a bit of time to
activated his trap card.
Basically, yes, yeah. So we'll pick up on that next time with you basically spilling as much beans as you can.
Sorry, y'all, it's apocalypse time.
Finally.
Yeah. And we'll pick it up there next time, guys.
Awesome. Sounds right.
Good.
Sounds fucking great.
Awesome. Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Yep. I'll see you guys next week.
Chat.
See ya.